Well, haven't done that one in a while, have I? I remember to do the camera settings. Forgot to unmute myself, so I may as well just start the whole thing. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Viper Viperland, and we're back here with Robotics, Notes, and DaSH. Also, hey, Grim, Ramen, and Sore, how y'all doing today?
Nay Tan wears a fearless smile on her face.
皆さんにはあるじゃないですか。世界を救った最高の一手が。あ、それってもしかしてスーパーガンツクワン？
無茶です。そもそもスーパーガンツクワンは祭りの会場でモニュメントとして立ってはいますが、あの戦いでかなりダメージをとても動かせる状態じゃ。
あら、それをなんとかするのが中種ロボ部の底力じゃないですか。
また無茶を。そんなこと言ったら。ほら、こうなる。
Not again. If you say something
大
like
丈
that.
夫です。私たちも手伝いますから。僕たちにも頼めばきっとなんとかなるよ。ね、カ
まあ、やるしかないか。
イ。よーし、そうと決まれば善は急げだよ。
行かないん
Except for one.
でもこのままにしておくといろんなところに悪影響が出てあいつが悪者になっちゃうけど。
よくない。
だったら
でもホモは欲しい。
おう。
And no. But I want Mu BL.
その気持ち僕にもわかるよ。
あなたに何がわかるというのか。
わかるさ。僕だって娘が生まれるからって大事なエロゲコレクションを処分してくれって嫁に言われた時はご飯が喉を通らなかったお。
What are you doing, Step Robot?
でも僕は捨てた。あの時はでもさ、大切なもののためには何かを切り捨てる勇気が必要なこともある。それが人生ってもんさ。
切り捨てる勇気。
そう。
それエロゲの主人公のセリフですよね。
あ、わかった？でもあいつを可愛いと思うのならきちんと責任を持って対処する。それも愛情だと。 そんじゃあ今日も来なかったん？
How dare you in a visual novel? Yeah, I'm good now. The longest 5 minutes. Hey, I've been reading it. Also, if that's a new day, that means it's Twitter time. Or Twippo time. No way he's the DaSH. Looks like a lot of things are going crazy, but I'm going to do what I can. Everyone, I'm counting on you. I like how the solution to everything is just, well, we got a robot. Tried to read it, but someone kept skipping ahead. Ah, it's fine. It worked out. We had the intermittent voiced lines. It's good. This may not be the right time for it, but I'm getting excited. I mean, we get to move him again. Let's all do our best. Sorry that I can't help out too much, but I'll do what I can. So let's do our best. Os. I have to do it. Everything needs to be set back to normal. I'm counting on you, S-kun. Nonsense. Are you still at home? I'm at the robot clinic. Out or pretending to be out? What stuff do I do? What should I do with the programming stuff? That's all we got? Jeez, alright. She didn't show up today either? I went over to her house earlier too, but sounds like Frau has shut herself in after what happened yesterday. Yeah. As for the festival, the staff is busy preparing for what was suddenly become the Yomejo contest and best couple contest. But it seems like Juntan and the others have a good handle on it. So what about Super Gun Build 1? It's all pretty sudden, but Super-kun is working hard on it and says we should be okay. The problem is, Frau is in charge of programming. I'll try to handle it later. Can you do it? I don't know, but I think I can manage if I reference the original system that Frau made. Kill Ballad? Don't you have to build the amplifier? Sawada-kun and the island's mechanics are helping me out on that end, so all I have to do is assemble it. I think it'll work out fine. Still worried about something? No, it's just... Are you really like an awesome person, Shida-san? You sound very doubtful. I'm just a gentleman bird. Too easy. Okay, sure. Let's just leave it at that. Yashio-kun chuckles and doesn't pursue any further. Maybe that's just his way of being respectful. Perhaps that laid-back vibe of his comes from the level of respect that he has for the people around him. Girls tend to like cats and dogs, huh? Huh? I can see women playing with them and taking pictures. But I've never seen Kona-chan do anything like that before. Yashio-kun says as he takes hold of a tool nearby and stares at it. So I just assumed that Kona-chan didn't like animals in general, but she really seemed to adore that little critter. Yeah, she admitted to not liking animals. But I guess, you know, when you find a pet that literally eats up BL, I guess you change your mind? If everything goes as planned, we'll be able to put an end to all of this, right? Yeah, but I want to give her an opportunity to make up her mind, too. Yashio-kun. I think back on Frau behavior when I visited her room the other day. She's in there alone. She only has the two bots, Genki-kun and Rosetta-tan, to talk to. Amidst that loneliness, her fondness for that little creature begins to grow. I wonder how she's feeling right now. Well, after parting ways with Hashira-san, my legs naturally guide me here. To be honest, I don't expect answers, but I do expect Twippo. We've been causing trouble. Facility and workers are both safe. Sorry to make you worry. All I hope for is this fuss to end soon. That's it. Alright. Also, hey, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Oh, I read that one. But I figured just visiting would be enough of a message. Frau is not alone. I guess I came here hoping, if nothing else, that message would reach her. I tried ringing the doorbell, but of course, no response. Should have known she wouldn't answer. Just as I'm about to give up and head back in, I feel something. I don't know if it's my intuition or something more real, but... Frau is standing there. She definitely knows I'm here, but she doesn't even attempt to turn around. I wonder how long she's been standing there. 5 minutes? 10 minutes? No, it might actually be a lot shorter than that. Animals. Her voice is low, but I can still make her out clearly.
物は
I
嫌い。
hate animals.
言葉
Can't talk to them, and I don't understand what they're
何か
thinking.
一緒に過ごした時間も忘れちゃうし、
They forget the time we spend together.
だから
I
嫌
don't
い
know
だ
about
った
that
の。
one. That's why I always hated them, but
ほなちゃん。
みんな
everyone.
ヤシオ先輩
Yashio-senpai graduated.
ヤシオ先輩も
Yashio-senpai, Prez-senpai, and even Karate-senpai all disappeared.
来年には
And next year, Four Eyes will be gone
一
too.
人なのは慣れてた
I thought I was used to being alone.
ほなちゃん。
思うわ。
Blokai. Can't say it with a straight face.
何
What's
その
that?
子の名前
His name.
あ、そう。
Oh, okay.
思うわ。
Blokai. He was here, all alone,
私と同じ
just like me.
あの子は私。
He is me.
それなのに
So then why?
やめてあげてよ。
Throw him a bone. See now.
ほなちゃん。
So that's how you felt about all of this.
でもさ。
But here's the thing, Kona-chan. At this rate, he's going to cause trouble for a lot of people. Are you okay with that?
いろんな人に。
He's going to cause all kinds of trouble, and lots of people will hate him for it. Is that what you want for him?
それは
That's... Frau slowly turns around and looks up at me.
それにさ。
Plus, you're not alone, Kona-chan.
ヤシオ
Yashio-senpai.
俺たちは
It's true that we're starting to go down separate paths, but none of us are truly alone. How could we be?
俺たちには
We have those times, those memories. Right, the time we spent together.
これさ。
When I'm studying and start to feel down, I stop and remember. I think about the days we all spent together.
で、
When I think about how everyone's doing and imagine them working hard, well, I naturally feel refueled.
それって
I think that's because everyone's inside my heart.
アキちゃんや純ちゃん。
Aki-chan, Jun-chan, Airi-chan, Subaru-kun, and you, Kona-chan.
きっとそう思ってる
I
の
don't
は
think I'm the only one
俺
that
だけ
feels
じゃ
this
ない
way.
んじゃないかな。
ヤシオ先輩。
コナちゃんがあいつを
I
可
know
愛
you
がっ
love
てる
him, but you also understand that we have to do something about this
なんと
situation,
かしなき
right?
ゃ。
うん
だったら
Then let's do something about it. All of us together.
みんなで。
みんな
All of us.
う
Yeah,
ん。
yeah, all of
だっ
us.
て
Yeah,
仲
we're
間
a
でしょ。
team, aren't we?
仲間。
Team.
明日。
Tomorrow, we'll be waiting. In the end, Frau never said anything else, but I'm sure she'll show up. I believe she'll be there. Alright, more Twibo.
でいいんじゃね
Tanagashima and I are in trouble! A big deal! Wow. In Japanese, Kay? Are you okay? Does that have to do with the yokai thing? To be frank, Japan has conjured too much and brought about its own downfall. To be clear, the world must be kept expanding or else humanity will go extinct from being unable to reproduce. A big deal. Very cryptic tweets from him. What I want is for the world's control structure to crumble and the chaos that shall follow afterwards. Can you provide details on what's going on? I can't tell anyone this. If the truth gets leaked, a big deal. Japanese people will never fully recover. A big deal. He's so subtle. So subtle. Bravo. You just have to believe in her. You are the only one who can make your own decisions. Growth is there when you go beyond yourself. Sounds a little preachy, but as an older person, that's all I can say. Anyway, we'll be waiting. And nothing down there.
本当に
Really? You better make sure it's tuned well, otherwise you'll cause an actual disaster.
そもそものフラウタンの
Proton's space system is solid, so don't worry.
大丈夫だと思われ
The program she wrote has been extremely carefully thought through. It's a true work of art. Everything in it is logical and easy to understand. Thanks to this, I can understand the flow of the program at just a single glance.
これで
So Super Gun Build 1 should be ready to go now,
大
right?
丈夫ですね。
増幅装置の方
What about the amplifier?
こっちもなんとか
It's ready to go over there.
できたお
これがね。
This thing, huh? Yashio-kun has in his hands a small cat ear headset. This will output amplified brainwaves.
おもちゃにしか見えない。
Just looks like a toy to me.
でも可愛い
But it's adorable.
見た目はあれだ
It would have to be cat ears, right? It's important. Despite its appearance, I built it based on advice from a global authority in the field, so it should work out fine. It was made under the supervision of none other than Umakase Krisu.
しかし、
I guess things do work themselves out.
なんとかなった
Things don't work themselves out. I worked them out! Thanks to this project, I haven't slept in 2 days. I'm not young anymore. I wish they'd cut me some slack for once, jeez. But now that we're ready to go, I guess the pain and suffering was worth it. I have some responsibility for this to begin with, so I can't complain.
フラウボ来ないね。
Frau, she hasn't shown up yet. She's right, we haven't seen her anywhere on the festival grounds. I guess she doesn't want to see her beloved pet get captured, even if they were only together for a short time. And then there's one other thing on our minds. That is...
それでは
we will now begin the Yomejo contest and Best Couple contest.
ベストカップル
Cheers are up from the crowd that's gathered at the venue.
それにしても
Can't believe this many people showed
これ
up.
だけ集まったね。
Despite the contest being changed at the last minute, there are over 20 couples on stage.
ネットワークを駆
I
使
used my connections to let the entire island know. Naitan, your connections are scary as hell.
それでどう
So, how's it going over there, Hashida-san?
システムは
The system is stable, but...
けど
but what?
まだ弱い
It
かも
might
し
still
れ
be
ない
too weak. All these couples showed up, but the brainwaves are weaker than I thought. Maybe it's because this event was put together at the last minute, or maybe it's because of the cattier design.
とにかくその辺に
We need more couples. Just go grab anyone walking
わ
around.
かりました。
Roger that. Imagine Subaru just going up to like a couple being like, you're together, right? Come with me. The Robot Club answers my demands and splits up together more contestants. As a result,
結構
we have a ton of contestants
ど
now.
う
Well, Hashida-san?
まだだ
Not yet. It's still not enough.
わかった
Got it.
かなり集まりました
We have
が、
a lot of couples.
もっともっと
More! They keep going back out, I guess. How about now?
これは
This is something else. The stage is packed with dozens upon dozens of couples. Wouldn't be a stretch to say that there are equally as many people on stage as there are in the audience. In theory, there should be enough brainwaves present to lure out the Chokomon by now.
来ないね
It's not coming.
もっと強力
Maybe
な
the
電波が
brainwaves need to
必
be
要なの
more
かな
powerful. For that, we're going to need more couples.
もう
I've already approached most of the people visiting the festival.
声をかけてしま
I
いましたよ
figured.
仕方がない。
We've no other choice at this point. Sawada-kun shows up out of nowhere and whispers,
私と
Kaito Yashio and I shall enter and...
いやそれじゃダメでしょうどう考えても
Yeah, no, they're not... Well, what they're explaining is that there's a contest going on for, like, cutest couple, and every couple clearly wants to win that. That's not going to work. I see. He doesn't have to be that disappointed.
一組でも多く
We just need more couples, right?
まあそうね
Well, yeah.
だったら
In that case, I have a lead.
心当たりあります
Really, Airi-san?
はい
Yes. Those two haven't clearly established their relationship yet, but they definitely understand each other more than any old ordinary couple. Ah, them! Ah, yes, Senpai X4 eyes. In that case, I know a couple too. Huh? Who could they be talking about? Could be anyone. Huh?
というわけで
Oh, it looks like we have another last minute couple.
飛び
ヤシオカ
I'm
イトです
Kaito Yashio.
瀬宮
Akiho Senomiya. As one would expect, the crowd erupts into cheers at the arrival of the hero and heroine of 6 months past. Hopefully these two will help the numbers go up.
頼んだぞ
We're counting on you, Yashio-kun. What do we do, Kai?
どうしようって
What
言
do
って
you
も
mean? We just gotta get through this.
それはそう
I
だけ
know
ど
that, but
今から皆さんに
in order to judge your compatibility, we will now have you perform helping hands. Now then, will one of the contestants please get behind the other and put on a Hori jacket?
ア
Hori?
キちゃん後ろに行きなよ
Aki-chan, you get behind me. Huh? Me?
こういうのは前の
This whole act is designed to be harder for the person in front. Gotta go unfortunately? No worries, Ramen. I'm sure it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. Bot will be there for sure. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the beginning bit. Thanks for muting me. See you around. But that's... Come on, there's no time to be embarrassed. I know, but it's too late. I'm already embarrassed. Next, each pair of contestants will try to eat the Odon we prepared for you right here. Dig in. Oh, Aki-chan, you'll have to get closer to me. You're not going to be able to reach from there. That's a CG right there. Closer. Ah, you big jerk. Huh? Ah, that's hot. Huh? Oh, God, hot. Aki-chan, don't shove it in like that. Oh, sorry. No, I said hot. Ow. Well, I can't watch this. Yeah. How's it looking, Hashida-san? The numbers are rising steadily. I don't know if it's because Yashio-kun and Aki-tan joined, but either way, the output level is increasing. Now all we need is for that thing to appear. Next up, we'll have each pair of contestants express their love for one another through their behavior. Let's see, let's have the last minute contestants from earlier, the Yashio and Sanemiya pair. Try this one. Huh? Nah, it's just like, we getting these two together. Go ahead. Go ahead, what am I supposed to do? What? Are they gonna hold hands? There it is! A back hug! Hey Kai, what are you doing? Exactly what the kind MC asked us to do. But this is so embarrassing, we're in front of so many people. Super is speechless. Juna's speechless. Airi's speechless. Everybody's completely engaged by what's going on stage. It's definitely captivating, but our mission right now is... It's here! Well, okay. Shush, this is the critical moment. Yeah, it is. There's a literal kaiju here. No, I mean, the Chokaman is here. Huh? Everyone turns around simultaneously, finally remembering their actual objective. Look, over there! Oh. Okay. In the Western Sea, a giant white creature slowly rises up from the deep blue sea. Impressive. I didn't think this plan would actually work. You didn't? No, that's not what I meant. You liar. You really are an amazing person, Hashida-san. Oh, shucks. Excuse me. To be honest, I also didn't expect this to work out so well. Contrary to our celebration backstage, the actual venue is stirring now that people have noticed the huge Chokaman. But they're not running away. Alright everybody, we will now be moving to a different stage. Please follow staff instructions and move in an orderly fashion. The people gathered at the venue were informed of our mission beforehand. Thus, everyone is actually here to watch and enjoy Super Gun Build 1 taking down the Chokaman as one of the festival's events. As Naitan instructed, they all move calmly, obeying staff instructions. Is this what it meant to take peace for granted? Not that I'm against the idea of trying to enjoy everything and anything as much as possible. That's friendly looking. As such thoughts cross my mind, the Chokaman rises from the ocean and slowly draws closer. Alright everyone, take your positions. The team begins to move to their respective posts. I guess in the end, Frau-san didn't show up. That's unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do. I'll take her spot. Kai, are you ready? I'm ready over here. Just like Aki-tan, Yashio-kun is already standing by. Yes. Yep, he's there. After undergoing emergency repairs, Super Gun Build 1 has been standing in place covered with a giant cloth since this morning. And now its veil is removed, revealing the revived Super Gun Build 1. The crowd erupts into cheers at the appearance of their hero from half a year ago. All green over here. Juntan and Airitan have climbed onto the back of the truck and have the laser mount aimed and ready to go.
聞こえる
Kai, can you hear me? Mic test. Ojari Moose, Nochio, all green.
オッケー
Okay, alright. Let's go, June. Begin supplying power. Beginning to supply power. OS activation, all green. Stands for operating software, the most basic software when using electronics, such as a computer.
スバル
Super, run a systems check.
システムオールグリーン
Systems all green, no abnormalities. So this is what the team that saved the world looks like in action, eh? Everything is going just as planned.
座標固定
Coordinate, anchor.
これ
K'tkr.
鹿児島県種子島
The Yakushima region of Kagoshima Prefecture, Tanegashima, has relatively strong southward winds with cleared skies. Island located about 60 kilometers south of Osumi Peninsula in Kagoshima Prefecture, 20 kilometers west of Tanegashima. It's about 504 square kilometers. Weather is subtropical. The average temperature throughout the year is 19 degrees Celsius. The 9th largest island in Japan and registered as World Heritage Site in 1993. Mount Miyanoratake is the highest mountain in Kyushu at 1936 meters high. Of course you'd know the weather then. The Chokomon appears to be sluggish, but his actual movement speed is a lot faster than we anticipated. He's already entered the festival grounds. He's just within arm's reach.
目標
Target within 20 meters of firing range. Yashikun raises his voice. Let's go, everyone! Super Gun Build 1, launch! Just as she yells out her command, a metallic screeching noise echoes throughout the venue. Super Gun Build 1 lifts its leg slowly and takes its first step forward.
Yes!
Alright, that's an image. But, what? Kai, what's wrong? Keep moving forward! I am, but it's not moving!
電力供給は
What about the power supply?
続けて
We're keeping it steady.
どうなってんの
What's going on?
それが
I haven't the slightest clue. Looks like the drive system is the issue.
駆動システムっぽい
First step worked, but the second step didn't, which means the initial settings had no issue, but could it be a programming error in the newly implemented code? Crap, what have I done?
なんとかならないの
Can we do something?
さすがの僕
I'm going to need some time for this. We could just stall him for a bit.
少しだけでも足止めて
The Chokomon has already made its way directly in front of Super Gun Build 1. Ew, this guy looks pretty fleshy up close.
そんなこと言ってる場合
This isn't time for that. Kai, get out of there! At this rate... It'd be bad if I fled now. If the Chokomon proceeds any further, the folks watching will be in danger.
このままじゃ
But if you stay put, you and Subaru are going to become lovers. That's not gonna happen. I have no intention of that happening either. Not, oh, you'll get killed or something. Nah.
でもなっちゃうでしょ
You're not going to have a choice. I mean, it could be me and Yashio-kun too.
それは勘弁
Please don't. That's even worse. The Chokomon is right in front of us already. Are we really just going to end up under his influence? My beloved waifu, I'm so sorry. My daughter, I may be turning the page on a new chapter in my life, just as I'm ready to come to terms with my fate. A shadow appears in front of the Chokomon. Oh hey, it's your girl. And she's ready for, oh. 25% CG completion, hell yeah. Frauton suddenly appears in front of the Chokomon. She gazes sorrowfully at the creature that has morphed into a massive beast. If he remembers Frauton at all, maybe he'll be distracted and stop? But it didn't take long for that hope to be crushed. The Chokomon continues walking forward. Blokai. But Frauton doesn't try to move out of the way. She just keeps looking up at the Chokomon with her sad eyes. I can't imagine how she must feel right now.
フラウタン
Ashida-san, are you done yet? Oh, I need a little more time.
ちょっと時間かかるよ
The Chokomon and Frauton are almost toe-to-toe. He slowly lifts his front leg up. I hate animals. Right. Animals are weak. They can't understand words, and they ultimately forget the time we spend together with them. That's why I hated them. I hated them, but he is in front of me. He's changed so much, but it's still him. Yet he probably doesn't even remember. Even so. He lifts his white slender leg before my very eyes. It's all over. And at that moment, something appears in the corner of my half-closed eye. It's a black string wrapped around his white leg. String? No, that's a ribbon. It's my ribbon that I put on him as a replacement for a collar. And then suddenly, all the memories of the nights we spent together came flooding back to me. Right, I hated living animals. So then why did I become so attached to him? I don't really understand it myself. After Yashio-senpai and the others graduated, I returned to my shut-in lifestyle. I'm supposed to be an expert at being alone, but perhaps I was still lonely. Maybe I saw a little bit of myself in his loneliness. I don't know. The time I spent with him was very short, but it was real. His white leg approaches me. Blokai. It's the most impressive name, and then... Huh? His leg stops. You okay, Kona-chan? Hashida-san, what's taking you so long? Just a little more. Give me a little more time. Kona-chan, try stopping him somehow. I think that's what she's How am I supposed to do that? 3 more minutes. Just stop him for 3 minutes. For a brief moment, an idea crosses my mind. That's too cliche. Lol. But maybe it's worth a try. I whip out my phone droid. Okay, start Insta. And it's slang used in the aughts, abbreviated way to say install. As soon as I start running the program Insta, the Chocoman stops dead in its tracks for some reason. Maybe the memories of its time with Frau are still inside of him. The Insta finishes in 3 more minutes. Just stop him for 3 minutes. Next moment, Frau smiles, or at least that's what I thought I saw. The Chocoman starts moving slowly. Frau pulls out her phone droid. What is she thinking? And then, music starts playing from it. A song. This is that Vocaro song that's popular nowadays on Nikavid, or Niavid. Not Nikavid, that would be totally different. Much to our surprise, as soon as the music starts playing, the Chocoman freezes up once again. You liked this song a whole bunch. Remember the time we spent together? From what I can tell, the Chocoman's legs are trembling. Perhaps his fading sanity and even ever-growing wild instincts are doing battle with one another. That's how it seems to me anyway. Just one more push. Just one more push and... I got this! I run out to her. Wait a sec, Hashida-san? Once the Insta is finished, you should be able to reboot. Shoot, Subaru-kun. I'm leaving the rest to you. Huh? But what am I supposed to... Frau. What? Just a little more, and you should remember, we need your help to make that happen. You know what to do, right? Frau slowly looks up at the Chocoman as I extend my hand to her. Are you coming or what? Why is... Alright, it's time. Time to bust a move. Why is Daru needed for this, though? I guess he just knows the dance, too. Sure. Wow, it's almost as if he's drawn it to their dancing. What's going on? I think that song is something important to both Kona-chan and the Chocoman. Is he trying to regain his sanity by listening to the music? This is making me want to cry. I think the install is done. Oh, right! Okay, Subaru, reboot Super Gun Build 1. And so Super Gun Build 1 regains its ability to move. Thanks to me and Frau's little Let's Dance performance, the Chocoman is completely still. But who knows when he might start moving again. This is our one and only chance. Roger. 1 step, 2 steps, this time it's moving normally. Super Gun Build 1 closes in on the Chocoman at full speed, which is not very fast. And then... let's do this. Go! Pile bunk! No! Don't pile bunker him. Frau spreads her arms wide and stands in between Super Gun Build 1 and the Chocoman. Huh? Please, please spare him. Yeah, I thought the whole point was capture. Pile bunker is not a capture device. Kona-chan, please, I beg you. Frau pleads from deep within her heart. I don't know what happened between him and Frau. Considering all this occurred within the past couple of days, they couldn't have spent that much time together. But she clearly has feelings for him that she's never had before. I can tell that much by her behavior. But can't, Kona-chan. She shakes her head from side to side. Move out of the way. If you don't... Frau bites down at her lower lip and shakes her head repeatedly. Bravo! Watch out above you! As soon as Akitan yells, everyone's attention is directed above Frau's head. Slowly, the once still Chokomon starts moving again. The leg lifted into the air draws closer to Frau and, after trembling for a bit, slowly lowers to just a few centimeters away from her. Lokai. Then the Chokomon slowly backs away. We can't help but doubt our own eyes. Particles of light appear out of thin air and begin to engulf the Chokomon's body. And in a blink of an eye, the light wraps around him. Frau slowly reaches her hand up, is illuminated by the bright light. So it almost feels like I'm gazing at a painting. This is... What is it, Hashira-san? She will come, clad in purple, surrounded by golden lights. What does that mean? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to say it, that's all. I know what it is. It's a line from an anime, isn't it? The one they always play during summer break. Right. And just like in the anime, the light again turns into small particles and raises into the heavens. And when the light disappears, nothing remains. It's as if everything was a lie. Lokai. The only thing left behind is Frau's sorrowful voice echoing into the air. Ah. Victorious, Supergun Build 1 returns to its home position. The spectators cheering it on. As all of this is happening, I notice a certain object sitting on the corner of the venue. So that's where it was. It's the remains of the electromagnetic wave or radiation equipment smashed flat. Maybe the reason why the Chokomon stopped moving was because it stepped on it and the device lost all functionality. But this is a reality best kept to myself. You remember the time he sat with Frau and disappeared on his own. That's good enough for me. How did it end up here, though? Anyway, I'm glad we got through this. Everybody who's under the influence of the Chokomon has returned to normal, including Subaru-kun's father. As for Frau, what a waste. Not having the best of days. Can I at least see Senpai and Four Eyes go at it again? I guess not much has changed about her, but I wonder what she's really feeling. Huh? By the way, what are we going to do now? You know, about the contest? Good point. The couples contest was designed to lure out the Chokomon. In which case, Yashio-kun, listen, the people who entered the Yumejo contest wanted to keep going. We all exchanged looks. Supergun Build 1 has already returned to its home position, and the festival grounds are back to normal. Which means... I mean, why not? Agreed. Obviously gotta keep it going. She's already all dressed up. What? Huh? Where did you get that dog? There's a small white dog huddling up against Frau leg. I don't know why, but it keeps following me. He's quite attached to you. Maybe he wants you to hold him. Me? Hold him? She stands frozen in place for a while, but eventually reaches her arms down towards him slowly. You're warm. She holds the Snow White dog in her arms. Whoa, hey, don't lick me out of nowhere! What's up? The white dog? Could he be... it's nothing. Anyway, what do you guys plan on doing for the Yomejo contest? So miserable outside. It's a bit hot and humid out, yeah. Just a smidgen. A little tiny bit. Thankfully, AC in here. I keep wanting to take the AC out because it keeps getting really cool at nights, but then it keeps getting really hot in the day. It's like clouds, no rain, and 106. Yeah, 106 is too much. It was only like high 80s here. 106, a little much.
そうだ
Right,
もち
you're
ろん
competing
出場
for
するんだ
Airi.
なフルゴーリ
But I refuse.
ダメダメ
Oh, no you don't. We need you to win and save the Robot Club.
優勝
Win? Listen to yourself.
そうだ
Oh, what about the dance you did earlier? You should perform that for the talent segment. Ah, I can get behind that.
じゃあそれで
Then it's decided.
無理
No way! Ah,
いや
I said no licking! Hey, stop it!
案外優
You
勝しちゃ
know,
う
she
かも
might
ね
actually end up winning.
だってほら
I mean, she's got one heck of a good expression on her face right now.
すごくいい
本当だ
You're right. At the very least, Frau would have never held a dog like that before. But now, maybe.
ほら
Come on, let's go, Frau. No! Ah, poor Frau. Sure, she'll be fine. Oh. I'm sad Ramen had to leave. I can't believe Ramen had to leave. He'll see it on the VOD. He'll see it on the VOD. I was wondering if we were gonna go full Ida Somnium Files. Oh man. So like, voice acting is already tough, especially like if you're doing a character with like a wideish range. But like, singing in character is very difficult. Very difficult. Also very funny. I like how Daru's helping though. Of course, you have to have the dance. I legitimately didn't think they were going to animate the dance, because, like, they didn't have to. They didn't have to. But they were like, nah, we animated the dance. Kaon. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen Bang Dream, but Kaon for sure. Well, we got to see the first set of credits. Unfortunately, and I said it several times through her route, I think the game's peaked. I don't know. I don't know if it can keep going. You know what? The light's too bright today. Hold on. But now, she looks good. That's about right. Well, oh, of course now gameplay recording resumes. Alright, so we got one ending. I guess now I'll just have to look up a guide. Like, once we... CG library, sound library, movie library, tips list, yeah. Alright, well, let's do spoiler-free goodness. Spoiler-free walkthrough. Perfect. This is spoiler-free full walkthrough for Robotics Notes DaSH. Hell yeah. Yeah, so it looks like the map trigger is what chooses things. You need to visit all locations with a character in them during the trigger sequence, and also visit locations that progress the story. Sometimes these two overlap. Okay. Recommended order is... Oh, I think we went a bit out of the recommended order, but apparently this was the second recommended one. Unless I missed a... Yeah, apparently this was the second recommended one, but whatever. Start a game, progress until map trigger sequence 1, make a save during the trigger. Okay. Yeah, Fate chose this one. Okay, so now I'm just gonna straight follow the guide. But, we know the skip doesn't work too well, unfortunately. Should be able to skip this. I'm just gonna skip till we get to, the first map trigger. Again, it's only supposed to skip the stuff we've already read, but we also know that that's not necessarily how it's going to work. But whatever. It can't... Can we skip this? I mean, I'll watch it again if we gotta. It's not exactly like... Okay, cool, can't skip it. It's not like it's bad or anything, just takes up time for now. Fate chose that one, and I have no regrets. Absolutely no regrets. I'm so glad that's the one we got on our own. I kinda love that. It is gonna have to fast forward to a bunch, but it is going fast. So that's fine. Let's see. So what did we have to do for Frau one? Load save 2. So choose the front of the statue, which we had. Front of the statue, then food court, main stage. Alright. Alright. Well, whatever. We'll just gonna follow the guide for the rest of it. We'll skip the Frau bit because we've done it already, so I don't think we need anything else in the Frau bit. Okay, yeah, no, we don't. Kinda surprised we got to an ending that quick, but I feel like that's just how Robotics seems to do it. The endings are more like continuing chapters than they are endings, per se. Of course. So much stupid stuff was blocked that I could have taken pictures of. But man, yeah, Ramen's gonna enjoy that. Just that I know it. Okay, so this is our first locked save. So we'll save this one here, overwrite it, lock it. That's save 1. Select front of man on the sea statue. Which we had seen, right? I think we checked all of these ones. Just make sure it was one. Yes, okay, we had seen this one. Cool. Progress until map trigger sequence do. There was none here? Oh, hey. Oh, wait, no, there was. There it is. There it is. Turn it off. Alright, no more cat girls. Cat girl problem solved. Flashback of sadness from first game. Lots of fish food. Except the pie. Yeah, second day shenaniganry. So we get to map trigger 2, we'll save. Yep, this is save number 2. Saved and locked. From here we just pick food court, which we didn't pick last time, not immediately at least. Big brother, Airi shows up. We saw this one. This is the water balloon, right? Yeah, this is water balloon. Progress until map trigger sequence 3. Dramatic camera movement. See, it's things like that, and it's fine. That's how you make a visual novel cheap. That's the entire point of visual novels, is they're inexpensive to make. You don't have to animate a lot. I get it. Not judging it. But it's things like panning the camera up and down to mimic a tossed ball that makes me think they weren't going to animate the dance. They were like, no. Animating the dance. And we're having the voice actor sing it. Can't stop us. Okay. It doesn't say to save here. It just says select Battle Robots menu, then main stage. But I can't. Progress until map trigger sequence 3. Okay, so this is still part of 2. It was at the entrance, right? Excuse me. Correct, yeah, we gotta thank him for it. Central Tanegashima High. I swear we checked these, but I guess it doesn't save that between it. It is technically a new game. Okay, so map trigger 2 is done. Bye, Michi. Just go. Yes. We don't even get a trigger sequence for 3, do we? Because they just find it on their own. I thought they just found it on their own after this one. Yeah, I'm following what the guide says, so, you know, whatever. Oh, okay. Ah, well, look at that. The escort's here. I guess this is something new. Cool. Escort? Oh, when we first met, I was basically like Aki-chan's escort as far as stock was concerned, hence the nickname. Huh, and that big one over there. Oh, you're the one from Tokyo. Do you know who I am? I've heard from June. You're helping us, aren't you? You mentioned June, so that must mean... This is Doc. He's Jun-chan's grandfather, and he runs a repair shop on the island called the Robot Clinic. He was a JAXA engineer back in the day. Hey, don't talk about me like I'm old. Contrary to the introverted Juntan, this guy seems to be rather stubborn. Ah, well, hello. My name is Ataru Hashida. The elderly Doc suddenly shoots me a harsh gaze. You an engineer too? How did you? When you get to be my age, you start to recognize fellow engineers by their aura. So how about it? You an engineer or not? Well, I am, but I primarily specialize in networking and that sort of stuff. That being said, I've kind of distanced myself from that job description as of late. I knew it. If that's the case, I don't mind leaving these kids under your watch. Don't disappoint me. Ow. The old man strikes my shoulder harder than I had expected, given his appearance. Are you okay with that? Sure. Ain't no such thing as an evil engineer. Oh, I'm sure. Okay. So what are you two up to? We're just having a little chat. We were talking about how teenagers make no goddamn sense. I finally noticed that the other man in question is Subaru-kun's father. Ah, but what you said was very useful. Is that right? Good to hear. Oops, I forgot the candy president had me running some errands. Good luck, you guys. I'll excuse myself as well. Wait a sec. Yeah? Stop, Doc. I swear we saw this bit. He's about to walk away. I have a small favor to ask you. I'll leave that up so when we get back to something else that we're seeing, it'll Yeah. Alright, this is number 3. It doesn't say to save, actually, it just says to pick them. Battle Robots venue, then main stage. Huh? Airi-chan? I don't think we saw this one. Oh, hi, big brother. Unable to locate any geotags, the two of us start searching another area when we bump into Airi-chan. What are you doing here? Enjoying the festival, of course. All by yourself? It's not like Big Brother wants to hang out with me. Yashikun scratches his head guiltily. I'm just joking. I know you're just really busy. Airi-chan flashes... Why did I not read that? Flashes a carefree smile. She really is mature. I can't believe she's still a child with that level of understanding. But doesn't Airi-chan have any other friends she could go play with besides Yashio-kun? Not really. Tanegashima has schools like everywhere else, so didn't even mean to hit that. She's gotta have some friends. Or is she a loner in class? She did say she's staying at Yashio-kun's house, so maybe even her parents are... Maybe that's why she doesn't have any friends and grew up to be overly concerned for others? You're just too gosh darn nice. What's wrong, Hashira-san? My bad. At this age, I get so emotional. That doesn't explain the random tears. Ah. What's wrong? Nothing. Airi-chan tries to play it off, but I didn't miss the split-second expression on her face. Sadness, pain, and loneliness. Her face was a combination of all those feelings. I trace her line of sight and find an intimate-looking family on the other end. They must be around their mid-20s, a young couple with a toddler. I don't see anyone or anything else. They must be what Airi-chan was looking at, which means that family must have reminded her of her own childhood. She was recalling the happy days she spent with her family. And I bet those faint memories in turn caused her to experience a deep sadness. Hashira-san? My dear Airi-chan, it's okay to cry when you say. You can cry in my chest whenever you want. Okay. Hashira-san, are you okay? Yashio-kun doesn't know anything about girls. He can't possibly understand how I'm feeling right now. Gosh, I have to get going. There's something going on. Mr. Candy was asking for me. He wants to ask me a favor. Seriously? Yes, he said he'd tell me the details later, but I recall him mentioning something about guiding an idol coming to the festival. An idol? Yes, apparently it all came together at the last minute. Actually, I remember seeing a sign to that effect. I wonder who's coming. I'll have to look it up later. Anyway, good luck. Airi-chan waves at us with a smile on her face as she walks away. What a good girl. Come on, no time to be enamored. We should get going too. Fine. Right, so now we do main stage. I think we had just done main stage last time, we didn't see that one. That's probably all that stopped us from getting that ending. Which means we've seen this one, yep. Ah, yes, that sequence. Yep. I don't remember where it was. It was hangar. And it was up here? Yes, okay. So I assume this must be what they call the common route, where like all the triggers happen, and I assume it just ends with Daru doing Daru stuff. I feel like that's just how it's got to end for that first day, the first section of it, and then it really just looks like the choices of where you go during those sequences choose what ending you get. So we can work with that. Once we hit the ending for sure, I'll save as a separate one. Still can't believe this plan of theirs worked. Yep. So I guess that just always happens. Okay, yep, this is the chapter we should be on. So let's save it. It's a non-locked save. Huh? That's weird. I'm having a hard time figuring out the circuitry. This is the electromagnetic wave radiation equipment that Kokim and Jimmy left behind. A device that projects fantasies into people's minds. This was the root of the chaos that occurred over the past several days, and something I've been curious about. Considering I'm a sucker for new gadgets, I feel like we read this bit too, but I guess it might be slightly different because it's her chapter. Now that I've got it in my hands, I've been obsessing over the thing, but it doesn't seem to be working properly. The power has been turning on and off randomly. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's different. And it doesn't seem to be functioning properly either. Yeah, for the last chapter, it definitely worked. He just lost it. I brought some basic tools with me in case something like this happened, but it doesn't look like I can address the issue with what I have on me. Even if I were able to repair it, it'd be a hassle to try and do a test run here. What should I do? Just as I lie down facing up, the phone right beside my pillow starts ringing. The caller, my beloved waifu. Whatever. I can fix this when I'm back in Tokyo. Here you go, it's me, your beloved Daru-kun. Yep, I'm doing great. What about you? Huh? Oh, yeah, I plan on staying for a little bit longer. Alright. Oh. The festival's buzzing more than ever after the craziness last night. Of course, the main reason is that the real festival starts today. I wonder if the Twitter is any different. With those perv venom fangs and those pure kids in Tanegashima. Of course not. Also, I'm not a perv. I'm a gentleman perv. Jokes aside, I would never do such a thing. I love my family. In fact, I want them to go home. I want to go home right now and hug them both. Mayushi lunch. I had it a little early today. Some noodles. To teach one skills is like suicide. Skills are hidden powers, using them without getting noticed to display your full potential. I got it. I guess that's what the Saishen Zanma style means too. He's really gone this time, right? Well, after finally hearing my family's voice again, I'd love to go home, but Daddy's going to work a little bit more over here. The time we can't see each other makes love stronger. GG, too easy. I'm tired. There were so many people today. What happened? Thanks for your hard work. It's because yesterday's thing is trending online. I see. It's nice for the festival, but this is kind of awkward. Alright, cool, perfect. So it does seem like there is new Twitter stuff too. But I also feel like there are more people here because of the news of the Kokim Jim incident. Everyone must be relieved that no one got hurt as a result of all the insanity. Curiosity takes over once you realize that there is no threat to your safety. That might be basic human psychology. Anyway, even just a quick scanning of the area, seems like there's a lot more stands and events going on compared to the previous days. I should just enjoy this. Well then, what should I check out first? While I was contemplating, I catch a figure of someone who has become quite familiar with over the past several days in the corner of my eye. It's Yashio-kun. Excuse me. Does he have that much time in his hands? He said he was still unemployed. I wonder if it's okay. With Yashio-kun is... Good morning. Yeah, I mean, her icon was on it, so this is clearly the Airi route. Airi-tan notices me looking at them from afar and comes over. Kinda wonder why there's like... I wonder if like things will happen in chapters that make it have a recommended order, because I feel like nothing happened during that Frau chapter where I was like, wait, I don't get that, they didn't explain that or something. I don't know. We'll see. Thankfully, we still got one high on the list early, which is nice. Ashida-san, did you just have all the free time in the world? I was going to throw those words right back at him, but I hold back. I'm an adult, and he's right about my free time. Yeah, it worked, which is nice. It's not like we got one where they were like referring to stuff that like we didn't see or anything like that. What are you two up to? I thought we should walk around a bit now that the festival's in full throttle. Oh, same here. But I really didn't expect to see so many people here, says Airi-tan as she spins and looks around. I look at Airi-tan and Yashio-kun once again. Can we help you?
いや
You're not siblings, right?
それどころか
We're not even
親戚だもん
relatives.
でも
But you live together, right?
ね
Yes, I'm staying at Big Brother's house right now.
それ
There, that's what I'm talking about. Huh? What is it?
ですか？
Every time gasp when I reflexively shout. Don't you call him Big Brother? You're neither siblings nor relatives. Yet you live under the same roof and you even call him Big Brother.
しかもお兄
Tried to think for myself why this was the case, but I kept coming up with forbidden scenarios.
違うからね
It's not what you think. Yeah, it was immediately like, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're thinking, and it's not that.
橋田さんのことだから
Knowing you, Hashida-san, you probably have something gross in mind. It's not at all what you think it is. Crap, he saw right through me. It's not difficult. But then, why does she call you Big Brother?
それは
Well, that's... Yashio-kun looks at Airi-tan with reluctance. Seems like their relationship is far more complicated than what I had imagined. Yeah, not everything is just they bangin'. We've become pals recently, but we still don't know much about each other. Maybe I should stop being nosy, but just as this thought crosses my mind...
そうですね。
You're right. It is unusual for me to call him Big Brother. I mean, I am older than him.
え
Uh-huh. What did she just say? Airi-tan is older than Yashio-kun. I think that's what I heard.
いいの
Are you sure you want to tell him?
はい。
Yes, Hashida-san has helped us out a
お
lot.
世話になってます
Airi-tan reveals her story to me. And let me tell you, it's one hell of a tale. Yeah, see also, Robotics Notes Elite. Then you were in cold sleep that whole time?
はい。
Yes, that's why I'm actually 24 years old and why I'm older than Big Brother.
とは言っても
But that's just on paper. Airi-chan was sleeping for years. Her mind, experiences, and knowledge are all only as old as she looks. Actually, I think I saw this on the news. Yeah, you would have. Yep. It was reported that a child who had been in cold sleep due to a fatal disease had awakened. At the time of the initial reporting, there were lots of rumors surrounding the news, but since the subject was revealed to be a minor, the major stations stopped reporting on it. What a surprise! Not only is the girl in question Airi-tan, but Ko Kimijima was directly involved as well. Sounds like Airi-tan's disease took a huge emotional toll on her mother and father. As a result, Ko Kimijima took advantage of their vulnerable state, leading to their deaths. Honestly, I don't understand. If my daughter was diagnosed with a fatal illness and treatment was futile, would I become tired of loving life? I can make the claim that it would never happen to me as much as I want, but if my child was really put in that situation, I can't say for sure that I wouldn't end up the same way. If either one of the parents break down, the other will probably be dragged down with them. Or maybe that wouldn't happen. This is something you can't foresee until you're confronted with it. In that sense, I can't blame Airi-tan's parents. I mean, I still kinda can. And even she grew tired of watching them suffer, which is why she accepted Ko Kimijima's proposal. That's when she went into cold sleep. She did so out of her own kindness. It's not, no one is at fault, except for Ko Kimijima. Still him, yep, he's still very much at fault. Airi-tan's father grew tired of living on the island after Airi-tan disappeared, so he used the opportunity to try and flee the island. And that's why he was murdered, she says. His actions may be reproachable, but the only person who has the right to criticize him for it is Airi-tan. As for her mother, she was tricked by Ko Kimijima's false message that someone had seen Airi-tan on a remote island, and was killed as a result. Her relatives disposed of Airi-tan's empty house while she was missing. Having lost everything, Airi-tan, upon awakening, met Yashio-kun during last year's incident, and has been living at his house ever since. Oh yeah, for sure, he's totally at fault. And at the end of the day, Ko Kimijima is to blame for all of it. And to add insult to injury, according to Yashio-kun, her fatal disease was also something Ko Kimijima made up. See, we didn't know that, did we? That's messed up. That's really messed up. So she didn't even have a fatal disease? Oh, then Ko Kimijima was like 1,000,000%. He was responsible for the whole everything then.
What the fuck?
If that was mentioned in the first game, I don't remember it. Which, to be fair, again, not strange. Not with my memory. That was like 4 whole visual novels ago. She was ill, but not so much that she required cold sleep. Okay, so she did have an illness, but he talked it up too much. Of course, only a select few people knew this. Even Airi-tan hasn't been made aware of that fact. Oh, okay, yeah, so even she doesn't know. He probably decided not to tell her right now because it would be too shocking for her to take in. Either way, Iritan's entire family was destroyed by Kokimijima's lies. Both her father and mother, and the days she would have spent with her friends as an ordinary girl, was lost. Kokimijima took it all away. The root of all evil is Kokimijima, and he is the one to blame. Yep, factual. I wonder what was going through Iritan's mind when Kokimijima appeared at the festival. Since I didn't know her background at the time, I wasn't really observing her actions. But I don't think I felt too much resentment coming from her. Maybe there's an even more complicated story surrounding her and Kokimijima. Something that none of us outsiders know about. You're a kind person, Hashida-san. Iritan says after I listen to her story to the end. Kind? Me? We've only just met recently, yet you're making such a pained face after listening to my story. If that's not kindness, I don't know what is. What? Did I really look that serious? Maybe my age is catching up to me. The way you try to play it off like that is also indicative of your kindness. Being told something like that face to face is pretty embarrassing. At the end of the day, Airi-chan is still Airi-chan, so please, don't give her any special treatment. Consider this a personal request. Yashio-kun says with a serious tone. And to that I say, sorry, I can't do that. I slowly shake my head. Huh? What do you mean you can't? Don't give her special treatment? Of course I can't do something like that, because she's Airi-tan's... Thanks, Daru. I like how you... I do like the dramatic effect pause. It's a long pause. She did, at the end of Frau's route, when they're setting up the robot, she knows the weather and she knows the winds are fine to keep going. So she may not say it as much, but she still clearly knows it. What now? Also, I think I mentioned this the other time, but during the opening, when they show her bit, where was it? It was under videos? I ended up watching a translated, like an English translated version of the opening movie. Oh, why was it so far back? And when she shows up, the line that's being sung is... I don't remember where I left it. Dang it. The line that's there was like... Oh, where did I put it? Oh, right there. The translated line is, what weather will we see, when they show Airi's portrait and name and voice actress. Oh, what now? Always Daru. Always Daru. Legal lilies are a dime a dozen in the world of anime and manga, but they only look young on the outside. They're perfectly mature on the inside. However, Airi-tan is different. She may be 24 years old on paper, but she's only actually lived for 14 years. The same goes for her parents. And she's in 3D. I never could have imagined that someone like her could really exist. A real person. As 2D describes the fictional world, 3D points to the real world. The word is the derivative of anime and manga characters being called 2D. If this isn't perfection, what is? Thanks, Daru. Keep being... Oh god, how sinful art thou to have brought such an angel to life in this world. Thanks, Daru. Keep being Daru. Hey, Airi-chan, do you still think Hashida-san is a kind person? I'm sorry, can I rethink that? Says Airi-chan bluntly, but she soon breaks into a giggle. Yep, this easygoing vibe is exactly what I prefer. Oh, I think she knows not to take him too seriously. What's wrong? Nothing. Airi-tan hurriedly smiles at Yashio-kun, but I notice that Airi-tan saw something. When I trace her gaze, I see a young wife holding a little baby. She looks to be around 20 years old, give or take. She's walking ever so happily with her kind-looking husband. Seems like Yashio-kun noticed them too. Do you know them? Oh, yes. She's one of my old classmates, I think. Both Yashio-kun and I are at a loss for words. If I hadn't been in cold sleep, would I be living a future like that by now? Airi-tan. I'd have went to school and studied with everyone, gotten hooked on idols, graduated, fall in love, and get married. Airi watches her classmates with a fierce yearning in her eyes. Maybe she's picturing herself as she should have been by now. An image of herself that could have been, with an ordinary life and an ordinary story. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional. No. Please, you two, don't frown like that. If I hadn't gone to go to sleep, I probably wouldn't have been able to live as I am now. Airi words are even more painful to someone who knows the truth. So maybe this was for the best. Because of her sickness, she was barely able to attend school, and by the time she woke up, all of her friends had become adults. She's a young girl left behind in time. It's no surprise that she would yearn for an alternate past, one where she had lived life normally. Ah, Kai! An energetic voice blows away the tense atmosphere. Cool, Airi-chan's here too. I'm here too. I know, who would possibly miss your giant body, Hashida-san? She's not wrong. Aki-chan, what about the restaurant? It's the first day of the robot phase. Aren't you supposed to be busy right now? I was until just a minute ago. I'm finally on break. So I decided I should take this opportunity to look around for a bit. Aren't you tired? I think you should rest for a little while. Of course I am, but I can't just sit by idly when there's a festival going on. Considering Akitan's personality, I can totes see that it would be possible for her to just sit around until her break is up while there's so much stuff going on. What about you, Kai? What are you up to? I was supposed to hang out with Airi-chan. Ah, I don't mind being alone, big brother. Says Airi-chan, cutting Yashio-kun off. Seems like she's trying not to get in the way of Yashio-kun and Akitan's chance to spend time together. Which means they really are in that sort of relationship? To me, they still look like they're well within the confines of the friend zone. Are you going to be okay by yourself, Airi-chan? We might as well walk around together. Yashio-kun and Akitan say as if to back up my hunch. They don't seem to realize how considerate Airi-tan is being towards them. Airi-tan clearly looks dissatisfied with their responses. But even if I'm off the mark, Airi-tan's dissatisfaction is apparently not due to their obliviousness. There you two go again, treating me like a little child. I'll be just fine alone. But what if you get mobbed by strangers? I'm fine. I know how to deal with that sort of stuff on my own. Are you sure? Even if someone like Hashida-san were to confront you? Heyo, what a cute little holy girl you are. Want some candy? Going to tell your wife. Yeah, no, she does know how to deal with them. Perfect. I'm sorry, please don't do that. You know, she's clearly got it. Crap, I couldn't contain myself. See, I'll be fine. Oh man. Well, I guess it'll be okay, but... She's had the superpower of scathing comebacks. Hey look, Kai, there are tons of people over there. Oh wait, are we Kai now? Got those. Oh no, we can't be, because we're seeing that one. Wait, aren't you supposed to be familiar with what's going on? You can meet here every day. Yeah, for work, I don't have time to check. At the end of the day, we end up doing the rounds together. If Yashio-kun and Akitan were hanging out together, I would never just invite myself. Excuse me. But when it's them and Airi-tan, well, that would place Airi-tan in a really awkward position. They always treat me like a little kid. I guess that must have really upset her. But she still is a child, so I don't think there's much she can do about that. You don't like being treated like that, Airi-tan? I'm technically older than both of them, you know? I feel like she's making herself out to be younger than them just by calling Yashio-kun big brother. That's not... But is that not how she sees it? People's feelings sure can be complicated. If I was an adult now, I wonder how everyone would treat me. Airi-tan whispers to herself, but I nonetheless catch her words. Are you in a rush to become an adult, Airi-tan? I don't know. I feel like I am, but I also sort of don't want to. Trust me, no, you don't want to rush to that. You mustn't! Huh? You're a rare species known as a... You must never grow up. Never. Okay. Hey, Hashida-san, stop being weird around Airi-chan, please. Not being weird, you're being super weird. Airi-chan is the realization of every Japanese man's dreams. Nope. Maybe every otaku. Even then, that's probably pushing it. Having said that, it must still be a point of great difficulty for her. After all, she's the only person in the world to have experienced something like this. It must be very isolating knowing that there's no one else she can relate to and share her stories with. This is something I can't easily wrap my head around. By the way, Kai, are you going to be okay with your studies? You've been dropping by every day. Well, I'm keeping up with them, see? Yashio-kun shows her his phone droid screen. There are reference texts all over the place. So many things. Oh, what else has she done? Like, I feel like I looked it up at some point and now I just don't remember. Lots of notes and markings on every single page. I guess this is what he's been up to every time he stares at his phone droid while hanging out with us. Whoa, I guess you are studying properly. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, instantly know that. What? Did you think I was just playing KB all the time? I mean, would you blame us? Huh? Not really. When you say you're going to do something, you always stick to your word. Why are your eyes wandering so much? Anyway, I'm just running in place until I get accepted to college. That's my absolute minimum goal for now. By the way, is there anything you want to do in the future, Akitan? Huh? Like how Yashio-kun is studying hard to become an astronaut. Juntan is working hard at Space Candy. Subaru-kun and Frau will have to confront their future soon, one way or another. So I was wondering if you had anything in mind. Well, I do, but... And whatever it is that's blush-worthy, you do. It's Yashio-kun who raises his voice first. You have aspirations like that too? Marco from Yakuza. Okay. That makes sense. I feel like I still don't hear her talk as much, but that's just because she hasn't been... Well, I know she's going to be in 5, but she hasn't shown up in 5 yet. And she wasn't big in 4. I feel like 3 was the last time she had like a bigger part to play. She hasn't told you anything, Yashio-kun. She was in 4, but really just for that one super awkward scene. We never really talked about this kind of stuff, so what's the dealio, Aki-chan? Well... Happy from Fairy Tail. I haven't seen Fairy Tail, though I could pick some characters out of a crowd. Akitan shuts her mouth, and her cheeks turn bright red for some reason. Forget me! What about you, Airi-chan? Is there anything you want to become in the future? Wow, way to deflect. Huh? Me? Airi-chan seems flustered after being put on the spot so suddenly. The future? Airi-chan silently thinks to herself as everybody watches her. I'm sorry, I've never really thought much about the future until now. Oh, I see. Airi-chan had been affected by her sickness since she was little. She had been told that medical technology at the time wasn't able to cure her. Given the circumstances, I doubt a child would be able to mentally process all of that and consider their future at the same time. If thinking about it won't help, it's better to not think about it at all. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how she felt. Alphonse Elric? Really? Really? Alright. Sorry. I mean, I've only actually watched FMA dubbed, so I don't know what their Japanese voices are. Ah, please don't apologize. It's thanks to you and Big Brother that I'm so happy right now. There's nothing to be sorry about. Airi-chan hurriedly tries to smooth things over, but I feel like I got a peek into her heart through her body language. Huh? Airi-chan's tone brightens, wiping away the heavy atmosphere. Hey, isn't that Chuna-san over there? When I look in the direction of her fingertip, I see an energetic, tanned girl running through the festival grounds. You're right. Hey, Jun! Huh? Juntan reacts to Akitan's voice and starts running towards us. Doesn't seem like she was running around looking for us, though. What's up, everyone? What are you all up to? Tsundere Queen. Okay, gotcha. Well, not Airi, but, you know, you gotta break character sometime. That's the same to you. Why are you running around? I'm dealing with the idol thing. That's right. It's supposed to be some idol visiting from Tokyo as a guest. I forgot to look into who was actually coming amidst all the chaos. Excuse me.
ああ、そういえば
Oh, I think I remember my manager and one of our customers talking about something like that.
アキちゃんは
You should probably pay closer attention to what people are talking about around you, Aki-chan. Well, I'm not really interested in idol stuff. And talk about the pot calling the kettle black, you're no better.
え
So, who is this idol?
誰なの？
I'm sorry. Not really familiar with her either. She's supposed to be a member of a popular group. That doesn't narrow it down. Crud! I can't be hanging out here like this. I have to go! Apparently, Airi was supposed to handle the idol business, but because she wouldn't be able to take responsibilities if something happened, the task eventually fell on Juntan's lap. Anyway, gotta get going. Hope you guys have fun.
楽しんでいってね。
One Piece. Juntan starts running before she's even finished her sentence, disappearing into the crowd.
アイドル
An idol, huh?
何？
First started,
アイドルさんは
jeez.
興味あるの？
It's oh man, sometimes I forget how long One Piece has been going for, and that's just the anime, not the manga. Airi-chan, are you interested in idols?
いえ、
No,
私も
not
それほど
really.
は。
Seems to me like all the Robot Club youngsters aren't very interested in idols. She mentioned someone from a popular group. I guess I'll check who it is later. It's been almost half a year since I moved into Big Brother's house. Oh, we can't check her phone. Grown quite comfortable in this extra room they let me use. And so while relaxing in this cozy space, I recall the conversation from this
大人
afternoon.
になった自分。
My adult self. I was diagnosed with an incurable disease at birth. You won't die immediately, but it will be difficult to cure. Professionals around me hammered this home, morphing my world into one where I wasn't allowed to think about the future. But now that my disease has been cured, thanks to modern medical technology, a whole new path has opened to me. A path I thought was forever sealed. A long and wide path called the future. But
そんなこと。
I wasn't ready to answer that
わ
question.
からないです。
Those are my honest feelings. The future never existed for me. I never imagined that I'd be presented with a bright and hopeful tomorrow, just like everyone else. What am I supposed to do with something like that all of a sudden? I have no memories of living an ordinary life, no experience. Because of my condition, I was barely able to attend school. Sure, there are classmates that I remember, but I only recognize their faces, nothing else. Plus, I still look like a child. The girl I saw earlier today probably doesn't even remember me. And even if she did, she'd probably freak out like she'd seen a ghost. That's why I don't really have any friends. All I have are the members of the Central Tanegashima High Robot Club and their families. But to them, I might be more like a little sister or daughter.
もし
If I was an
私が大
adult,
人だったら
this is why I'm driven to such thoughts. If I had developed as an ordinary girl, maybe I would have had more friends. Maybe I would have had a different relationship with Big Brother, Akiho-san, and the others. But it's pointless to think about any of this, and yet I can't stop myself from imagining a different life for myself. I take a sip of the water sitting on my desk to try and drive off these thoughts. At that moment, perhaps my body wasn't ready for the sudden supply of water. I got the hiccups. It's not like anyone's watching me, but I still feel embarrassed for some reason and direct my gaze out of the window. That's when... Huh? An unknown figure suddenly enters my line of sight, causing me to gasp. It's the hazy image of a young woman.
濡れ夢女
Yurei-Yumejo? On Tanegashima exists a certain kind of ghost known as a Yurei-Yumejo. The term directly refers to the ghost of a young woman. I honestly thought for a moment that one had appeared, but I'm wrong. The hazy-looking woman by the window is looking at me with a hand in her mouth, surprised for some reason. Did I just happen to make eye contact with someone walking by? But if they're actually real, why are they so blurry? Huh? Wonder why. I was surprised at first, but for some reason I don't feel scared.
あの
I slowly lower the hand that was on my mouth and walk towards the window. Then... What? How odd. The woman by the window also lowers her hand from her mouth and inches closer. I raise my left hand. Then she raises her right hand.
嘘
No way! That's right.
もしかして
Could you be... She's... What? She's an image of myself projected onto the window. Whenever I move, the woman also moves exactly the same way.
私
There's no doubt, the woman at the window is mine.
だけど
But... She moves just like I do, but her appearance is much more adult.
そういえば
Wait, I feel like the scenery is different than usual. It almost feels like I'm higher up. I hurry to look at my hands and feet. Everything's familiar, even the placement of my moles, but all my limbs seem longer. Plus, well, thanks, Spot. Boobs. My breasts might have gotten a bigger. Must have gotten a lot bigger in size. Well, there you go. I hurry to remove the covers off the mirror and see the exact woman I saw in the window. She looks around 20 years old. I slowly pinch my cheek. Ouch. It's not a dream. This is definitely me. A knock at the door causes me to reflexively leap into the air in surprise. Airi-chan, everything okay in there? I heard something. It's nothing. Wonder why. Why? You sure? I thought I heard a pretty loud gasp. I'm okay. I just saw a bug inside the room. A bug? Crap, hold on. I'll go get a... That's alright now. It already escaped out the window. Really? Yes. Okay, let me know if you need anything. Yes, thank you very much, Big Brother. No problems. Anyway, good night. Good night. Big Brother's footsteps draw further. I sigh in relief, and at that moment... Another small hiccup, then... Huh? Together with a sense of dizziness, I notice that my line of sight is lower. Don't tell me. So that's how this is gonna go. I quickly look at the window and find the usual me looking back. What was that all about? Unfortunately, I find no answers to my question. Okay. Anyway. Time for Torpo. I'm getting nervous being assigned an important task. I wonder if idols really sparkle. Did you say idol? She's coming to the festival for an event. Did you want to join? But I refuse. I have no interest in 3D. Sorry. Where's my... That idol. I couldn't find anything on her with my powers. Seems like a totally new girl. It's so nice having a girl in the house. Everything is more gentle. Thanks. Oh, hold on. I also haven't looked for tags around here, but I don't know if it would have any. No. Alright. I once again wake up to the sound of my alarm clock. My life at remedial school has been much more well-regulated than when I was in high school. I wake up early, eat breakfast, and head to school. I study until the late afternoon, then I review the lesson in a study room, and go to sleep early at night. I don't stay up to play KB Online anymore like I used to. I've gotten used to this daily pattern, but if I let my guard down, I'll probably start slacking off again. Humans always take the path of least resistance, so even while back home during summer break, I decided to maintain a well-regulated schedule. But I can't shake off this sleepiness. As soon as I let a huge one loose, the door to the living room opens. Airi moved into our house after I moved into the school dorm in the mainland. When I initially came home, I was a little uncomfortable with the idea of seeing Airi here. I've gotten used to the situation over the past several days. I still get embarrassed being so exposed to her. I decided to talk to her to try to divert my attention away from this feeling. Morning. Good morning. Huh? What's up with her? She sounds a bit out of it today. Didn't she say there was a bug in her room last night? Were you okay with the bug? Huh? A bug? Sorry. No, I thought you said there was a bug in your room late last night. I figured that was why she seemed tired, but I guess I'm wrong? Yes, it was okay. I'm sorry to make you worry, Kaito-san. Something is off. And it's obvious what it is. She called me Kaito-san. I heard her clear as day. What happened to Big Brother? You're not my real brother, so it's true, but... Or do you prefer that I call you Big Brother? No. In all honesty, as an only child, I welcome the idea of being called Big Brother. But do I prefer it? I couldn't just blatantly say yes to that. Maybe because it reminded me of Hashida-san for a second. Then I'll start calling you Kaito-san from now on. Sure. And not an affirmation, though I can't help but feel a little sad with the way she's referring to me. Anyway, what are your plans for today, Kaito-san? figured I'd hit up the festival. Our pals at the Robot Club are running all kinds of events during the Wazakai Gun Festival. Since I have to study, I can't get too involved, but I thought I should at least be there for the moral support. Ashida-san is probably a big part of why I feel that way. He can be a weirdo, but when push comes to shove, he's someone you can rely on. Or at least that's how he makes me feel. What a strange guy. What about you, Airi-chan?
私も
I plan on going too.
それじゃあ一緒
Wanna
に
come with me then?
俺もう
I'm
すぐ
leaving in a
出ちゃう
little bit. Oh, I plan on going later, so you can go on ahead without me. Is that not voiced?
私はもう少し
Okay, it just didn't play it.
後なので
Okay.
先に
Says Airi with a smile as she walks back into her room. I have no other choice. Guess I'm heading to the festival alone today, just as I'm about to head out. I hear Airi screaming from the back of the hall where her room is.
愛梨ちゃん
Airi-chan, what's wrong? Another bug? Yes, it is. I thought it escaped yesterday, but it's still here.
殺虫剤持ってこよう
Should I go get some bug spray? It's okay, I'll be
で
fine.
も
But I'm really, really fine. Don't worry about me.
そう
Alright. I'd love if she relied on me a little for stuff like this, but if she doesn't want my help, that's all there is to it. Either way, it's still a little sad that she's gone from calling me Big Brother to Kaito-san. Today, like all the other days, I, Itaro Hashida, am visiting the festival grounds and checking Twitter. Nope, just the usual. Alright, cool. It's not like I have anywhere else to be hanging out here in Tanegashima. I've done the touristy stuff like going to Jackson, the local museum in the interim, but it's just not the same when you're alone. I figured if I came here I might run into somebody I know. Oh hey, somebody we know. Thanks for waiting. Here's your passion fruit shaved ice.
どうもどうも
Thanks. To prove my point, here I am hanging out with Aki-chan and Yashio-kun.
本当は甘いもの
Quite the sweet tooth you've got there, Hashida-san.
甘いものに
I love anything that tastes good, not just sweets. I also like cute curlies too.
それは言われ
Yeah, we know. After all we've been through together, Yashio-kun finally gets me.
それにしても
By the way, isn't the crowd giving off a weird vibe today? I say while looking around the festival grounds.
おかしいって
How so?
どこ
You know, like, it's oddly chaotic and unsteady. I see a bunch of staff running around. Is something special going on? Oh, it's gotta all be the idol.
それはほら
Oh, it's that thing. That idol girl was coming today.
アイドルって
Idol? You mean what Jun-chan was talking about yesterday?
ああ
Ah, gotcha, that's
その
why.
せいなのね
I actually tried to find out who the girl was last night before going to bed, but I couldn't find any details. All I could find was her name and picture, and the fact that she recently joined a group. In terms of new info, I basically just discovered that she's an up-and-comer.
でその子
So is she coming today?
もうそろそろ
She should be arriving in the next ferry that's arriving soon. Akitan confidently drops her info bomb with her head held high. She must still be salty over Yashio-kun calling her uninformed. Excuse me. As if to back up her info, I see Juntan running about frantically. The sense of deja vu is something else. It's just like the scene from yesterday. To feel as though you've experienced something before, even though you have not. The sensation feels very real and can't be excused as a dream or forgotten about. However, you cannot remember when you experienced the same thing in the past, which leads to a strong sense of discomfort. The reason why it happens has not been discovered. The leading theory is that the memory's sync function of recovery and already known aren't matching up. Another theory is that it comes from your brain's parahippocampal gyrus spasming like a seizure. She seems to be heading towards the express boat dock. I bet she's going to pick up that idol.
気になる
Are you curious, Kai?
まあ少
Well,
しは
a
ね
little.
うーん
You should have said not interested, Yashio-kun. But then again, I'm in the same boat, so...
ちょっと行ってみない
You guys want to check it out?
行ってみる
Like, watch her get into port?
もちろん
Just to watch, of course. Yashio-kun thinks to himself. It's too late to pretend like you're not interested, dude.
せっかくだし
You might as well go check her out. I definitely wasn't expecting her to be the one to say that.
うちも本物のアイ
I've
ドル
always wanted to see a real idol in the flesh.
でもバイト
But
は
what about your shift?
大丈夫大丈夫
It'll be fine. It's already break time anyway. Come on, Kai.
もう
Well, if you say so, Aki-chan. It's conveniently break time, don't worry about it. And so we decided to go watch Little Miss Idol's arrival on the shores of Tanegashima. I wouldn't be surprised if Akitan decided it'd be better if she went with Yashio-kun so that she could keep an eye on him. Needless to say, I kept that thought locked up in my brain container. Good old brain container. We're met with an unexpectedly sizable crowd upon arriving at the express dock. Everyone's waiting for the idol to get here. Having said that, they don't necessarily look like her fans, it's more like they're curious. This idol isn't famous enough to have fans like this in the first place. I see Mr. Candy and Juntan at the head of the crowd. They're holding a small banner that says Ocharimos to Tanegashima. June! Akitan shouts and shuffles through the large crowd. We follow suit behind her. Are you here to welcome the idol? Yeah, you guys too? I figured we might as well see her face. Ah, this is great. The festival's getting even more attention. At the cost of us running around at the last minute. Yeah, well, considering I'm sure he didn't do any of the running around, I'm sure he's thrilled. I can relate. When there's a person nearby that likes to act on their instinct, the people around them end up cleaning up after them. Oh, looks like she's coming down. Yashio-kun's voice prompts me to look over at the boarding dock. A stream of people are pouring out of the boat. Wow, I'm getting kind of nervous. Why are you the one getting nervous? I mean, this is my first time seeing an idol in the flesh. Now you're getting me nervous. Are the girls gonna be okay? As their exchange continues, folks of varying ages exit the boat and pass by us. Most of them must be here to visit the Wazakai Gun Festival. Our group is totally focused on catching the young lady in question, but she's not coming out. Yeah. Most of the people have gotten off the boat, but the idol is yet to appear. Fewer and fewer people are left on board. Did we miss her? Juntan says as she looks at the profile picture she has displayed on her phone droid. I don't think so. We were all watching. Maybe she's in the bathroom? Idols use the bathroom. Human beings use the bathroom. Well, duh, they're human too, yeah. Yashio-kun says something that a certain maid cafe owner would be livid about. God, you're such a party pooper. And you've got too many unrealistic expectations, Aki-chan. Another couple of people exit the boat, and then nobody else. Maybe we really did miss her. Maybe she wasn't even on board to begin with. That was the case, they would have contacted Jun-chan and the others, right? Eventually, the people who came to see the idol start complaining amongst themselves and slowly begin to dissipate. At the end of it all, we're the only folks left. Well, disappointment. The banner that Juntan and Mr. Candy is holding gets whipped around violently by the wind. This is a problem. What's going on here? Maybe you should check the passenger list? They must have the names of everybody who brought a ticket. Oh, an idol would never use her stage name for something like that. Why don't we just ask the people that were on board instead of bending over backwards? If there was an idol, they'd definitely know. Mr. Candy starts walking towards the passengers with his usual aggressiveness, but at that moment... Ah! Whoa! A surprising voice cries out from behind Yashio-kun. Everyone turns around to see... Oh, hello! Who could it be? Did I scare you? A girl we haven't seen before is standing there with a devilish smile. Kai, do you know her? No? Huh? Akitan looks at me and Juntan's faces alternately, as if to ask us if we know her. Juntan and I shake our heads almost simultaneously. The girl in question looks to be in her 20s? Even a social butterfly like me doesn't know very many girls at this age range. And that'd be the case in Tokyo. On Tanegashima, the only ones who'd know her would be the Robot Club crew. So... we all turn our gazes back to the young woman. Perhaps overwhelmed by the sudden attention, it almost looks like she winces for a moment. Wait, you really don't recognize me? Oh, it's the exact same hairdo, but it's slightly taller. Come on, people. See? Take a good look. It's me. The girl seems to think that we know who she is, but she just doesn't match the profile of anyone in my memory banks. Maybe we know her but haven't met her? Like, for example, a celebrity. Ah, wait, you're... Hey, thank goodness, you finally noticed. It's her, look, Kai, the idol. What? What do we got here?
え、この人が？
You're covering up Heartbreaker blood, right? Yeah, it's true, it's true. Huh? Her? Oh, you're right, that is her. Don't they have an actual picture to compare to? Right, right? It's like she's just taller, guys, that's it. She's just taller. Huh? She has the same voice and mannerisms, but is taller. So you did arrive on that last boat. I'm so glad. We were worried you ditched on us. To cancel a scheduled meeting at the last moment. Wait a minute, I'm not... It's too late, they've already decided. Anyway, we should probably go somewhere instead of standing here and talking, right? After doing a quick sweep of the area, I noticed some folks in the distance looking this way curiously. People are going to start realizing she's the idol. Tell them the weather. Right? Oh, you're right, let's head back to Company HQ. Oh man. Good idea, this way! Wait, oh no! All you have to say is, I'm Airi. That's it. 2 words. Welcome, Ojarimos, to Tanagashima. When we arrive at Space Candy HQ, Mr. Candy takes the girl's hand firmly and shakes it up and down. You're mistaken, Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't touch an idol so willy-nilly. Let's see, how does it go again? I'm supposed to buy a CD and get a special ticket for something like this? Looks like the girl's completely overwhelmed by Mr. Candy's intensity. Come on, Mr. Candy, look at her. She has no clue how to deal with you. Sorry. Anyway, Mr. President, we should probably... Juntan points at the clock. Oh, that's right. We must have you get ready quickly. Get ready? Haven't you heard? There's an event as part of your introduction. By the way, where's your manager? A label used for people who engage in managing with a company. Also refers to a person who manages or takes control of talent's work. There are times where there are multiple managers to one talent, and vice versa. In school club activities, managers can be coaches to support members. Managers in show business are thought to be like attendants, however. The truth is that they are the ones planning projects, negotiating contracts, and performing other tasks. Come to think of it, it's odd for an idol to come to an event like this all by herself. There must be someone accompanying her, but they're nowhere to be found. Anyway, we've already made the arrangements, so please get yourself ready. Wait a minute, I don't know what you're... don't worry, your costume has already arrived from Tokyo. Juna-chan, please show her. Of course, we'll have you get changed in the event hall. Akio-chan, can you help us? Huh? Oh, sure. She's got a long break. Juntan and Akio-tan take the girl away, leaving only us dudes behind. Oh no. Guess we might as well go check out the show? She's definitely not gonna have a hiccup in the middle of the show. It's already a huge crowd of people gathered at the idol's presentation stage. Huh? Subaru-kun? What? Standing right in front of us in the crowd is Subaru-kun. You're here too, huh? For the idol? Don't make me laugh. I just came by to see what the fuss is all about. Huh? So there's an idol? I had no idea. Yeah, sure, okay. Subaru-kun is so easy to read. Yeah. In fact, if I look around, there's a lot of people here I've seen before. I didn't realize they were all interested in idols. Not that I'm any different. Or now that I'm any different. Hey, Subaru-kun, look over there. Is that who I think it is? There's a middle-aged, gruff-looking man standing on his tiptoes, looking at the still empty stage. Dad? Is it Subaru? Dad, what are you doing here? I just came by to see what the fuss was all about. Huh? So it's an idol performance. I had no idea. I wonder where he gets it from. Dad. father like son. For reals. The crowd keeps growing bigger and bigger. All that's left is for the idol to make her debut on stage. Yeah, that was a fun moment. The exact same reaction to it, but she's not coming out. It's already 10 minutes past the scheduled start time, but the idol is nowhere to be found. I wonder if something went wrong. I'm going to go see what's up. It wouldn't make sense for me to take the entire posse with me, so I decided to head to the back on my own, but... As one would expect, there are security guards blocking the entrance to the backstage area. Still, I'm able to catch some frantic voices from behind the curtain. As I try to get a look... Ah, Hashira-san. Juntan. It's alright, he's with us. Juntan finds me and invites me in backstage. Now I feel like a real member of the staff. As soon as I enter the area, I can finally hear the conversation clearly. Sounds like they're arguing. What's up? Oh, Hashida-san, so she's... Like I said, you have the wrong person. It's a misunderstanding. The idol from earlier is desperately pleading about something. It's been like this for a while now. And you haven't decided to listen to her? It's a shame. So what's the misunderstanding? I wonder if she still has a tag. Airi, of course. 1995 question mark? Okay, so the geotag's busted. Got it. So what's the misunderstanding? I'm not an idol. I'm Airi. Her words seemed to stop time for a second. Then... Oh, come on. What are you saying all of a sudden? Everyone breaks into a smile. Huh? So you knew all along? Of course. Gosh, you guys are so mean. I was so scared. All the anxiety disappeared from her face, leaving only relief. On the other hand... Akitan and the rest of us all have question marks floating above our heads. So what's going on? Huh? Like I said, I'm Airi and... Yeah, you're Airi, right? Yes. From Magical Academia. An idol group made up of 10 girls selected from a magical school-themed cafe franchise with stores across the country. The number of members fluctuates with members coming and going. What? See, it says right here on the poster, Magical Academia's newest star, Airi, comes to Tanegashima. Of course. They'd have somebody who looked similar and had a name like that. Of course. What a coincidence. We know a girl with a similar name too. Yeah, you do. Funny. No, I'm that. Oh no, it looks like the crowd is revolting. Airi-san, please hurry on stage. Like I said, I'm not. Juntan and Akitan pretty much shove Airi-san out into the stage. After being teased for so long, the audience instantly erupts into cheers. Poor her. Yo, Hashida-san, she's finally out. At no point then we go, wait, you're doing the exact same mannerisms as our friend. You have the exact same hair. You have the exact same face. You're just taller. It's the only difference, but... When I turned to the crowd, everyone was looking up at Airi-san with their eyes wide open. She's the idol. She has quite the physique. Silver-Kun remarks, his gaze was affixed to the stage. Ah, so that's your type. Yashio-kun's eyes are also glued to the stage. No, I was just saying in general terms. What about you, Yashio-senpai? Well, I do think she's cute. And not go, damn, we've been fucking pushy as hell. I'm sure at some point they're like, we've been running around all day. She's here for this point. She has to go. But yeah, they're being a little more pushy than they would normally be, I feel. But I feel like you got to for this storyline, I guess. I don't know. It's really out of character for June, at least. Not so much for Aki. But I think you could make the argument that June is literally like doing a job now. Has been running around all day to this end, and is like, just gotta go out on the stage. They're gonna revolt. Gotta go. Going to tell Senomiya senpai. I'm just saying in general, Aki-chan has nothing to do with this. The crowd starts buzzing again as we chat amongst ourselves. That's hardly surprising. Airi-tan, having made it on the stage, hasn't spoken a word since. She's just frozen on stage with a mic in hand. People are starting to wonder if she's some kind of doll. Meanwhile, I can't help but recall a similar situation at a world-renowned pop star's concert. But those thoughts of mine are wiped away by the growing murmur of the audience. For her, this is her first introduction, which means that this is the first time she'll stand on stage in front of a crowd. It is indeed her first time standing on stage in front of a crowd. Yep. Is she nervous? If anything, she looks hesitant. Eventually, the crowd's buzzing is peaking. Airi-tan, who had been looking down all this time, finally looks up with a resolute expression on her face. Then she finally grasps the microphone in her hand and finally speaks. I'm Airi, from the magical world of magical academia. Nice to meet you, everyone. It's like, if she was on that stage the entire time, like, the hell do I do? What do I even do? What do I do? I tried explaining to him, and she was just like, screw it. Go along with it, whatever. That was superb. Thanks to you, the festival's practically on fire. I knew we could rely on an idol from the magical world. Great work. Despite the rough start, the event ended up super well, and Mr. Candy seems more than happy. On the other hand, Airi-tan is, well... She looks exhausted. Her whole body is drooping from her chair. Considering she had to put on a show immediately upon arriving without any time to rest, I totes get it. Idols sure are adorable. They really shine on stage. I don't know, she seems a little awkward, to be honest. But that's the good part. That awkwardness makes her look all the more pure. You said something that actually makes sense for once. You're catching on, super cute. Airi-san? I know you're tired, but excuse me, Juntan enters the room and hands her a piece of paper. This is your schedule from tomorrow onward. My schedule? Yes, we're planning on having you make a bunch of appearances at various events during the festival. Of course, you'll have an opportunity to sing on stage as well. Sing? I'm going to sing? Yes, we received a note from your manager saying that you would like to sing. Me? Sing? Airi-tan sinks deeper into her chair, looking even more defeated. We've arranged for a room at one of the new hotels that was recently built. Airi-san, what's wrong? Please listen to me. As soon as Airi-tan moves into trying to desperately plead with us about something, a cute little hiccup spills from her cute little mouth. Are you alright? I'll go get you some water. I'm okay. I'm sorry, please excuse me. Well, before she can even finish what she's saying, Airi-tan snatches the schedule and the hotel room keycard from Juntan and dashes out of the room. You know, you'd make your point really simple if you just stayed there. People would definitely understand. Airi-san, wait, I still have a lot to discuss. I don't know what's wrong with her. If she just stayed, people would be forced to understand. Who knows? We have to go after her. How did it go on your end? Nada, she wasn't over there. We helped Juntan try to find Airi-tan, but she's nowhere to be found on the festival grounds. Huh? Where's Yashio-kun and Hashira-kun? Or Hidaka-kun? Dunno. They're probably searching for someplace else? I see. Oh, Airi. Huh? Prompted by Aki-tan's voice, we all look to see where she's pointing. But the person standing there isn't Airi-tan. What's the matter, everyone? It's Airi-tan, the one we're all familiar with. Super. Clearly art, if just her growing a little taller and taking ribbons out of her hair makes it so that she's virtually indistinguishable to all of you people. Hey, Airi-chan, have you seen Airi-san? Huh? I'm right here. No, I meant the idol, Airi-san. She's supposed to be somewhere around here. No, I haven't seen her.
そっか
I see. I wonder where she went.
どこ行っちゃっ
You could be anywhere. Who knows?
ただいま。
I'm home. Oh, welcome back. You're home late.
ちょっといろいろあってね。
Yeah, something came up. We kept searching for Airi, the Tokyo idol, but she was nowhere to be found.
そういえば、
Hey,
愛理ちゃんも
Were
来
you
て
at
た
the
の
festival too? We should have come home together.
すみません
I'm sorry, I had a lot on my plate too. I heard from Hashida-san that Airi was there, but by the time she had already gone home. Considering what happened this morning, could she be avoiding me?
それで
So,
どう
how
で
were
した
things? No, maybe I'm overthinking it. She's still talking to me normally.
うん。
Well, there were
さす
tons
が
of
に
people.
今日から本
I
格
guess
的
that's not
に祭りが
surprising
始
since
ま
the
ると思
festival's in full swing now.
いえ
No,
そう
I
じゃ
meant,
な
お
その
you met a real idol, right?
ああ、そう
Oh, that. Airi must have heard from Hashida-san and others. Like, for sure, like, the end of her chapter is definitely going to be either, like, Daru figuring it out, or just her reverting back on stage. Like, the 100% likely that's what's gonna happen. Like, that's gotta be the only, like, there's no way that doesn't occur. It's not that I was trying to hide it from her or anything. I just felt weird about voluntarily talking about it, so I kept it to myself.
ああ。
Ah, yeah, she was cute like you'd expect of an idol.
本当ですか
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Airi leans in so much that I'm a little overwhelmed by your energy.
どうしたの？
What's up, Airi-chan? I didn't think you'd be interested in the idol. Well, we have similar names, so plus idols are pretty inspiring. Huh, I never knew you felt like that.
まあ
Yes. Talk about surprising.
じゃあさ、将
Then,
来
are you telling me you want to be an idol in the future?
無理
No way, I could never be an idol.
そんなことないんじゃない？
You sure about that? I get the feeling that in a few years he'll be just as beautiful as that young woman is. He's not wrong. He's just unaware of how right he is. Do you really think so?
うん。
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really nice of you to say that, Kaito-san.
あ、
Ah,
どうかしました
something wrong?
いや、
It's
それ
nothing.
じゃあ俺
Anyway, I'll be in my room
ちょ
for
っ
a
と
little
部屋
bit.
に寝てるね。
So I guess I'm not Big Brother anymore. I hurried to remove myself from the situation because I didn't want her to notice that this was bothering me. An idol, huh? This might be fun.
悪くないかも
She's she's going out of her way to try to tell people, and they're like, "Yes, no, I get it. You're the idol. Yes, you're the idol. You're the idol." Oh man. Thought I heard Ivy mutter something to herself behind me, but her voice didn't quite reach my ears.
うーん
After returning from the festival, something was bugging me, so I dove online. Yeah, like, didn't June have, like, a headshot of her on her phone? But, alright. It's fine. And as a result,
やっ
I knew it, so that's what it
そういうこ
was.
とかな
I arrive at a certain conclusion. Folks probably aren't going to believe me, but it may be possible with that thing around. Fastest way to prove my point is to break that thing, but
まあ面白いし
this is kind of fun.
もうち
So
ょっ
let's
と
just.
そのままいい
So
し
Daru went online, looked up the actual image of the idol, went, "That's not who's here." But he's like, "This is fun. Just see how things play out."
うん。
After eating breakfast, I look at the clock. Not even 9 in the morning yet. It's a little too early to head to the festival. I guess I'll get some studying in until then. As I start to return to my room. Ah. Daru logic, yeah. Airi enters the living room with a large luggage in tow.
あれ？
Huh?
出か
Are
け
you
るの？
going somewhere? Yes, to the
ちょっとお
festival.
祭りへ
That luggage?
それじゃあ
Anyway, I'll see you later. The real question is, how is she going to force herself to hiccup? Airi-chan. But she darts out of the house in a hurry before I can even stop her. Is she meeting someone there or something? At this hour? The food court isn't open. There's nothing to see.
あヤシオ
Hi, Yashio-kun. When I arrive at the festival, I bump into Juno by the entrance.
純ちゃん。
Jun-chan,
何して
what are you up to? Hold on. Hold that thought while I check Twitter. Wonder what happened. She used to call him Big Brother, but suddenly changed to his name. Just means the kids are growing day by day. It may be a sad thing to us, but in truth, we should be overjoyed. Let's keep on watching the two of them grow. I don't think Dad was interested. Didn't think Dad was interested too. Real idols are super cute. She felt different compared to a regular person. You feel that too, I see. You felt that way too, right? Maybe I'll stay like this for a little bit longer. Wow, she is so not subtle. She has the hotel key, so she should be okay, right? Maybe I should go lick her up at the hotel room tomorrow. Not lick, I meant pick. I mean, it was odd how she used to call me, but still, not used to this. Wow. I love how he won't tell her face to face that he preferred being called Big Brother, but he'll tweet it to the account that she can read. Yeah. Jun-chan, what are you up to? Well, I'm actually waiting for Airi-san, but... Here? Yeah, I told her we'd pick her up at the hotel, but she insisted on coming here on her own. Most celebrities were more cautious about things like that, but I guess that's not everyone. She said she wasn't worried about people noticing her because she's not that well known yet. She may be right. There are a lot of people here for the festival, too. There's also a lot of buzz around here, so she'd stand out if she was walking around by herself, but I guess you can't force someone to do something they don't want to do. Just not kid all the while. Yep. Yep. While we're talking, we see said idol on the other side of the street. She really is by herself. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you're Kaito Yashio-san, right? Good morning. Huh? You remembered my name? Yes, of course. I know it very well. I'm a little flattered. Anyway, let's head to HQ. No point in standing around here. We would like to have you act as a chief of police for the day. A PR event where a police station hires famous actresses or talent as their chief of police station for one day. Usually it's part of a special event and its main aim is to promote crime prevention and traffic safety. It's a local event conducted by the police at the station. Oh, okay, understood. Having said that, all you need to do is change into the uniform, and after talking a little bit at the panel, you'll tour the island. You can think of it as a sightseeing day for the majority of it. Sightseeing? Yes. This is your first time on Tanegashima, right? There are a lot of other interesting things to see here other than the festival. I see. I'm looking forward to it. So she says, but is it just me or does she not look so interested? Airi is equals... yeah. No, it's fine. Wait, who's the big... Oh, so we're in Airi's chapter now, and instead of everybody being affected by the BL monster, she just grows taller when she sneezes. And then grows shorter again when she sneezes again, because of her wish to, like, be older. But everybody in the group is dumb as rocks. So when she's like, hey guys, how's everyone doing? They're like, oh my god, the idol we were waiting for is here. She's like, no, I'm Airi. And they're like, yeah, no, Airi, the idol. Yeah, come with us. And they refuse to listen to reason as she continues to try to, like, tell them who she actually is. So she's finally just leaned into it. She's like, I'm the idol, sure, whatever. Like the movie Big, but not. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if Big City Idols didn't care much for islands in the middle of nowhere. By the way, can I ask you something? Sure, what is it? What happened to your manager, Airi-tan? Oh, I was curious about that too. My manager? Normally, wouldn't they be with you? Duh. How are you keeping in touch with them? Well, she said she'd do it all herself yesterday. Isn't that right? Yes. My manager overlooks the entire group, so they can't spend all his time accompanying a newcomer like me. Isn't the fact that she's a newcomer even more of a reason for them to be here? Man, I want a giant keyboard thing. Piano keyboard. Oh, yeah. That would be fun. Not that I know jack about the idol industry. If she says that's the case, she's probably
これ
right.
からも質問し
Can
て
I also ask you a question? Everyone looks at me.
あのさ
What are you doing here, Hashida-san? When we arrived, Hashida-san was already here for some reason.
それはほら
You know, I just thought I'd be here in case you guys needed any help, since Shuntan and the others seemed really busy. You just wanted to hang out with the idol, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that, though. Except he's the only one who's figured it out. Why are you here, Kai?
これは
I was just going with the flow. Uh-huh, going with the flow.
アキちゃんこ
What
そ
about you, Aki-chan? What are you doing here? I was going with the flow too, you know? It's not like I'm curious about anything. She may not be famous yet, but she's still a talent. Am I even allowed to be hanging out around her all willy-nilly, just as the thought crosses my mind?
その
Since I don't know anybody here, it's rather comforting to be with all of you,
ませんし
says Airi-san, the star of the show.
心
She
強い
must be uncomfortable doing things on her own without a manager around. It makes us a little worried too. And if she's okay with it, why not? So with that said,
それじゃあ
well then, Airi-san, good luck as the chief of police.
お願いしますね
And so we're now supposed to accompany her from here on out. I guess this is also just going with the flow.
こんにちは本日一日所
Hello, my name is Airi from Magical Academia, and I'm going to be the chief of police for the day.
皆さん
Listen up, everyone. There's been an increase in bank transfer scams. Please be cautious of callers who claim to be public officials or police officers.
不審な電話があった
Make sure to consult someone if you receive a suspicious phone call. The schedule for the chief of police. It looks like her first job is to do a PSA about the recent increase in crimes in the middle of the crowded festival grounds. I figured being the chief of police for the day meant riding around in a police car making PSAs, but I guess that comes later. God, the sun is excruciating. A cop car would have an AC, so a normal person would want to get this over with quickly and move on to the next thing. But she never makes a single complaint, carrying out her duties with a smile on her face. Whew, does it still have the corrupted... No? Hi, I'm Airi. Nice to meet you. So it did update, that's even weirder. Are we Hashida? Nope, we're not.
もし辛かったら
Let me know if things get rough for you. We can take a break anytime.
ありがとうございます
Thank you, but I'm still okay.
でもまだ平気です
一日所長
I guess it's not easy being chief of police for the day.
私に務ま
I
る
wasn't sure if I was cut out for it, but thanks to you all, I'm managing it somehow.
俺たちは何も
We
して
haven't
ない
done anything, though.
そんなことありま
That's
せん
not true. With you all around, I'm able to do this without getting too
ま
nervous.
あその程度のことで
Well,
よけ
if
れば
that's all you need, we're glad to be of help. God, you're blushing. Huh? Did you say something?
別に
Not a thing. Akio looks away all mopey for some reason. Is she hungry? And anyway, is she okay hanging out with us? She said work had been busy every day.
そういや
By the by, anyone know where Hashida-san went? I don't see him.
そういえば
Oh, you're right. When we turn around to the sudden scream, Hashida-san is standing behind Airi-san. You know, just... Hashida-san, what were you... It's so cold! Huh?
暑いだろうと
I went and bought some ice-cold drinks since it's hot out here. Here, I got enough for everyone.
ほれみんなにも
Hashida-san opens up a plastic bag, revealing multiple bottles inside. He had apparently taken one and pressed it against the back of Airi-san's neck. I totally thought he did something else.
すみません
Thank you for doing
ありが
this.
とうございます
僕気遣い
No worries, I'm good at reading minds. By the way, you were about to say something earlier?
そうでした
Was I?
ひょっとして僕
Did you think I was doing something else to Airi-tan?
別にそん
Not
な
at
こと
all.
考えてないよ
I really was.
橋田さん
Hashida-san, thank you very... Huh? Another scream. This time Airi-san's skirt is on the verge of getting flipped up.
おお
あ
Oh. God, what are you staring at? The camera jerks upward. Right, now's not the time. Hey, Hashida-san, what in the world are you thinking?
いやいやいや
Hey, now, I'm right over here.
え
Huh? Then... Yay, we did it! Hey, you're under arrest! Oh no, run away! After the children disperse like baby spiders, an awkward atmosphere sets over us. Gosh, can't believe those kids played such a bold prank on her with so many real cops around. And none of them caught... it's fine. But, talk about childish underwear. Way to judge, Kai.
あ
Hashida-san wears a look of disdain as he glares at me. That's on me for assuming he was the one responsible. Anyways, shall we go back to patrolling?
パトロールに出ましょうか。
Sure, sounds good.
アイリーさんは
Ellie-san, is there any place you're interested in visiting? I can show you around for a little bit. This whole patrol thing is part of the event anyway. Since the island is so narrow, it's easy to hit most of the tourist spots by doing a full lap. This whole thing has an element of sightseeing baked into it.
行きたいところ
Somewhere I'd like to visit, let's see, not in
そ
particular.
うですね。特にはないの？
Really? I know it's a tiny island and all, but there are lots of cool places on Tanegashima,
でも
but I'm familiar with most of it.
でも種子島に来るの初めてだ
Thought this was your first time in Tanegashima. Huh? Oh, yes, I already saw a bunch of things on a map app before coming here.
いろいろ見すぎちゃって
I don't know, I think there's a big difference between seeing photos online and seeing stuff in real life. But I guess some people just don't care. There's no point in us trying to force her.
あ、そうだ。慰霊商
Oh, I know, can we stop by the Airi General Store?
慰霊
Seriously?
はい。
Yes, there's something I'd like to buy there.
あれ？
Huh? Did I say something odd? Not at all, it's just...
慰霊商
I
店なん
didn't
て
think you knew about the Airi General Store.
あ、
Ah. Airi General Store is a privately owned store located at the center of the island. It's not a chain convenience store, nor is it famous in any way.
もしかして
Did you see that online too? Yes! I saw it online, so I wanted to check it out.
もしかして
Maybe it's because of that anime.
アニメ
Say what?
私も知らなかった
I never knew this either, but I heard a similar store makes an appearance in a popular anime.
そうなんです。
Yes, I love that anime.
でも
But it's a completely different store. Oh, really? Then I guess I got confused, huh?
勘違いしちゃったかな。
Hmm. I didn't know there was an anime like that.
うんって
Real Aki-chan? I thought you were into anime.
だって
A robot anime. Yeah, it's not a robot anime, right? Case in point. Yeah, if it's not mecha, what's even the point?
お疲れ様でした。
Great work today. This concludes your job as Chief of Police for the day.
お疲れ様でした。
Thank you, everyone. After making a lap around the island, Airi-san is finally relieved of her chief duties. She's back in her normal outfit. Having said that, it's already getting late.
この後ですが、
We have about an hour of free time. If you'd like to go see the festival, I can show you around.
お祭り
How
を見
about
られ
it?
るなんてそうですね。
Well, we might as well. Suddenly, Airi-san holds her mouth shut, her eyes wide open.
どうしたの
What's wrong? I'm sorry, excuse me for a sec. Airi-san darts out of the room as if she's being chased, runs towards the back of the building, and disappears. Airi-san? I wonder what happened.
暑さで調子で
Maybe
も
she's
崩
feeling
した
sick
の
from
か
the
な。
heat. It's true that today has been hotter than the last few days. Maybe doing the rounds today wore her down.
だとしたら大
If
変。
that's the case, she's in trouble. We have to go see how she's doing.
ど
Is
う
something
かしたん
wrong?
ですか？
Airi suddenly appears in front of us, just as we're about to chase after Airi-san.
あ、
Oh, Airi-chan, have you seen Airi-san?
どこにいますが？
I'm right here.
アイリちゃんじゃな
Not
くて
you,
アイドル
Airi-chan, the idol, Airi-san. Ooh. Is it a time limit at the same time it's last? Don't know. Don't know.
あー、例の
Oh, her. No, I haven't seen her.
見てます。そっか。
Okay, thanks.
じゃあ俺はステーション
Anyway, we'll search around the stage. You two cover another area. We each break off to search separate areas. Where did Airi-san go? Dense people.
いってらー。
See you later. Gashu-kun and the others went off out to go find Airi-tan. I wonder... Nope. Okay. Only Airi-tan and I are left, so the one person who's figured it out. Aren't you going to go with them? Well, I'm more of an intellectual type. I don't like moving around much.
そうですか。
I see. Of course, that's not the only reason.
にしてもさ、
Man, being an idol must be hard, right, Airi-tan?
そうですね。
Absolutely, but it's actually fun once you get into it.
ですよね。
I know, right? Yes.
うん。うんふん。
Sounds like she finally realized the gravity of what she was saying. Airi-tan looks up at me with her mouth
やっ
open.
ぱり
I
ね。
knew it.
どうして
How did you know? You've done nothing to hide it. You actively tried to tell people. You can't fool me. I'm actually familiar with this sort of phenomenon. This is exactly what I thought it was. When I researched Airi online, I barely found any information. But I caught whiff of some rumors about her after searching through @channel and asking my idol otaku friends. Japan's most accessed anonymous forum from the 2000s to early 2010s. Its catchphrases from hacking to tonight's dinner menu. All sorts of subjects from forbidden to general topics are posted here. Due to mini-vlogs and other apps, @channel is not as popular as it once was. Turns out that Airi, who was supposed to make her debut, got knocked up by her manager and both of them disappeared. Jeez. That's why she wasn't on the boat, I guess. Wow. If this rumor is correct, it would make sense that there's no information regarding the real Airi. It probably all got taken down, erased from history. This would also explain why no one can get a hold of her manager. Yeah, jeez. So then, who is this Airi-tan that we've all come to know? Why does she look exactly like Airi, just taller? The answer is within arm's reach. The electromagnetic wave irradiation equipment.
それにしても
But still, I collapsed to my hands and knees.
まさか
How could this be?
すみません。
I'm sorry, I never meant to deceive you. It was just so hard to refuse, no matter how... She kept... In her defense, she tried really hard to tell everyone, and they were like, no, you're the idol. No, you're the idol.
そんなことはどうだって
They forced her. I don't care about that.
せっかくの
Our legal lowly has become an adult. How could this have happened? Daru.
アイリタンは
Airi-tan, you're one of the world's rarest. No, the one and only. I'm sorry?
すみません。
Excuse me. Airi-tan, though flustered, apologizes for some reason. She probably doesn't understand why she's apologizing either. Anyway, I'll tell everyone that I'm actually Airi-san when they get back.
えなんで
Huh? Why?
はい。
Excuse me? Airi-tan's expression goes blank. Was what I said so surprising?
別に話さなく
You
て
don't
も
need to tell them, do you?
と
But I'd feel bad if I continued to deceive them like this.
でも島の人たちは
Islanders are having fun, aren't they? While acting as chief of police for the day, all kinds of folks spoke to her. Old, young, men and women. They may not have been familiar with what she was doing, but they were happy just to come in contact with an idol girl from Tokyo on a campaign tour.
それは。そうで
That's
すけど
true, but
だったら
in that case, I don't think this is the best time to pull the
あま
plug.
り
そう。
Are you
なん
sure?
でしょうか。
Plus, the device in question is probably malfunctioning. I'm thinking that the power supply and output mechanism of the device is still wonky. In which case, if we want to resolve this phenomenon, we may need to destroy it. I, for one, would like to avoid doing that.
よし決めた
I know, from today onward, I'll become Airi-tan's producer.
橋田さん
You're going to be my producer, Hashida-san?
まだ祭りはこれ
There's
か
still
ら
about a week left of the festival, right? That'll be too much for you to do everything on your own. Plus, you have to fool everyone too.
だから僕が
So I'll back you up. What do you say? Not a bad idea, is it?
それは
But I'd feel bad making you do so much.
ここまでし
Clearly a good influence, yeah. It's fine, just leave it to me. I won't ruin your reputation. Much. What's with her worried look? Normally this is where she'd respond by talking about how reliable I am. But on the contrary, Airi-tan ends up thinking silently to herself for a good 10 or so seconds. It's at this precise moment that a mother and her small child walk by us. Airi-chan was so cute. She sure was.
私も大きく
When I grow up, I want to be an idol like Airi-chan.
アイドルになる。
As soon as she overhears their conversation, Airi-tan seemingly makes up her mind.
わかりました。
Alright, then can you look after me for the rest of the festival?
オキドキ
Okie dokie, you can call me Mr. Producer from now on. The person in charge of producing a video or music. In the early days, American movies and music videos had famous producers. but in Japan they remained unknown until the 90s. After that, producers grew to prominence in the idol scene. Ever since then, producer fame has boomed in the idol industry.
から僕のことはプロデューサーさんと呼んでくる。
Okay,
わかりました。
Mr. Producer.
プロデューサーさん。
And so was the birth of idol producer Itaru Hashida. After Airi and I form our pact, Yashio-kun and the others finally come back.
アイリーさん
Any luck finding Airi-san?
いえ、
Nowhere to be found.
結構あち
You
こ
looked
ち
all over the
探し回っ
place.
たんだけど
I'm sure you did.
何か事故にあったりして
Hope
な
she
けれ
didn't
ば
get
いい
involved in
ですけど
some accident.
だったらその
If that was the case, there'd be a commotion by now, so I'm sure she's fine.
あれ
Huh?
そう
What
いえ
happened to
ば愛理ちゃ
Airi-chan?
んは
Did she disappear somewhere again?
うん
Oh, yeah,
すみ
I'm
ま
so
せん
sorry. Airi appears instead of Airi-tan.
アイリーさん
Airi-san, where have you been?
そうだよ心配しちゃったじゃん
I was just a little short on time. We were so worried about you.
ごめんなさい
I'm sorry, I got lost after going to the bathroom.
ちょっと道に迷っ
There's no reason anyone would get lost between here and the bathroom. Yashio-kun and Akitan share confused looks as Airi-tan bows her head repeatedly.
本当に迷っただ
Are
け
you sure you just got lost? You didn't get mobbed by anybody or anything, did you?
いえ
No,
大丈
I'm
夫
okay.
そうですか
I see. I'm just glad to hear nothing major happened.
それよりアイリータン
More importantly, Airi-tan, you should get going to your next event. Oh yeah, you're right.
そうです
Both Yashio-kun and Akitan look like they ate something rotten as they watch our back and forth.
ちょっと待って
Hold on, why are you telling her what to do? Oh, I'm sorry for the delayed introduction. My name is Itaru Hashida, and I'll be taking over as Airi-tan's producer and manager for the rest of the festival. Pleased to make your acquaintances.
プロデューサー兼
Producer
マネー
and manager?
つうわけで
Anyway, if you have any business with her, you gotta put it through me first. Thanks.
よろ
Please
しく
and
お願い
thank
し
you.
ますいつの間に
When did this happen?
さっさアイリー
Come on, Airi-tan, let's go.
はい
Sure.
あ
What the heck is going on?
そ
Beats me.
うやれやれ
What a turn of events. I never thought Hashida-san would become Airi-san's producer and manager. I guess they made a deal while we were gone, but were we even gone that long? I mean, it must be true since Airi-san confirmed it. I guess we just have to accept it as the truth. That aside, Hashida-san has really good communication skills. He can get along with almost anybody. I should probably learn more from him. Certain aspects, maybe. There's certain things that are maybe less, you know, it's fine. I'm sure. As long as I don't start to actually act like him.
おう
I hear some commotion from the room next door. And it's not just noise, there's music too. Wait, I recognize this music from somewhere. Where is it from? Oh, it's a song from Airi-san's idol group, Magical Academia. Look, I only know it because I did a little bit of research. And yet nobody's been like, you don't look anything like you. I walk over to the room and check it out, and after lightly knocking on the door, it opens slowly without making a sound. I guess she didn't shut it all the way. Didn't mean to peek inside, but the activities going on within naturally enter my line of sight.
えっと
So it's like this, and then
それから
turn.
ターン
Airi's eyes are glued to her phone droid screen while she's hopping around and about. Looks like she's trying to learn to dance by watching a video. But why? But why? Perhaps feeling my presence, Airi turns around and raises a startled voice. Kaito-san?
ごめ
I'm
ん
sorry, I didn't mean to peek. When I knocked on the door, it just opened on its own. It's a total accident, I swear.
だったら一言
Then you should have said something.
一生懸命だった
I was so into it, I didn't want to disturb you. I walk over to her and look at the phone droid to find exactly what I had expected. A Magical Academia music video. Ah, Airi notices my looking and hurriedly turns the screen off.
えっと
After seeing Airi-san perform, I felt inspired.
あれ
Huh?
アイリちゃん
You saw her
アイリーさん
perform?
見た
Yes. Today, just a little bit, so I wanted to try it for myself.
へえ
Huh? I never knew you were into this kind of thing.
はい
Yes, is that a problem?
いやいいんじゃない
No, not at all. I think most girls are like this.
俺のそばにはア
The
キちゃ
only
んしか
girl I knew growing up was Aki-chan, so this is just a nice change of pace for me.
そう
I
ですか
see. I'm glad.
よか
As soon as I get back to my room, I begin to hear lively music and footsteps again from next door. She's already dancing again.
それにしても
Airi-chan of all people. Inspired by an idol, huh? You could say that. That day, the sounds of Airi's footsteps rang late into the night. She's working hard.
どう
How was it? Let's see. Try saying it again.
わかりました
Okay.
いらっしゃいませご主人様
Of course he'd. Of course he would.
そこは
That's welcome home, duh.
あそうです
Alright, okay, one more time.
おかえりなさいませ
Welcome home,
ご主
master.
人様
Of course he'd have her dress up in the maid outfit. Airi-tan, aka Adult Airi-tan's first job with me is for managers to be a celebrity maid at a maid cafe. Yeah, well, that checks out. I heard this place creates long lines on a regular basis, but because Airi-tan is working here today, there's already a 1 hour wait time. The place hasn't even opened up yet. And as a special instructor, I've brought in Frau today. I'll have you know, I am strict without discrimination. Prepare yourself. Does Frau know? Understood.
もうお嬢様
You're supposed to say Madam, SMH. Understood, Madam.
あと言葉の
And you
前
should always say yes before you say anything. Yes, understood, Madam. You shall grow to hate my strict instructions, but your hatred will propel you into becoming a top-notch maid, okay?
にゃー
OK
Yes, Madam. Is this really maid training? Now, show me what you've learned so far, Pose. Bring the spoon. I like how she said spoon.
教えたことを見せてくだしや控え
The spoon. Look me in the eyes while you mix. Yes, pardon me, madam.
お嬢様
Airi-tan, as instructed, kneels in place and starts mixing Frau Tan's café à latte while staring into her eyes.
なぜなぜ
Mixy mix. Excuse me. Ugh.
なぜなぜ
Mixy mix mix.
どう
How was that, madam? I surrender. Huh? As of today, you have officially become a bona fide maid. Yes, thank you.
ありがとうございますお嬢様
That's all it takes, I guess. I don't know what purpose that training served, but
おかえりなさいませご主人
wow, just full-on maid cafe.
あの
Excuse me, can we place our order? Yes, I'll be right there. Oh man, I just talked to Airi-san.
さんと喋っちゃったそれにしても
This is really impressive.
これは
They're doing much better than I anticipated.
うちの店にお
So this is why no one's coming to our restaurant. This place yanked all our customers. Ah, fancy seeing you all here.
え
Yes,
まあ
we're just stopping
少し
by.
様子を見に
So he says, but judging by the way he's standing in line, he definitely came in here on purpose. The line got even longer once the store opened, so it would have taken him more than an hour to get in had he lined up normally. Ah,
いや
hey there.
皆さん
I'm so glad you're all here. Yes, we're just stopping by.
ズバルってさっきと同じセリフ
Yoshi P. It's a slight similarity, yeah. You said the same thing a second ago, Subaru.
いいでしょ
Who cares? It's the truth.
本当の
The
こと
truth, huh?
あいけない
Oh, oops, welcome home, masters,
おかえり
madam.
なさいませ
Airi-tan suddenly seems to remember something, switches gears, and bows respectfully. Yashio-kun and the others look at her dumbfounded. What? Did I do something wrong? Oh, no, it's just... This is a first for
こういう
us.
とこ
なんか
It's kinda embarrassing. Very good. Thanks, Super. Excuse me? Nothing! I didn't say anything! Looks like they're completely enamored by Airi-tan when made.
ではこちら
Let me mixy mix this for you.
混ぜ混ぜ
Mixy mix. As long as it's not puff puff, we're fine. Yes, pardon me. Mixy mix.
混ぜ混ぜ混ぜ混ぜ混ぜ混ぜ混ぜ
It's gonna break Subaru. There you are. Enjoy.
仕上がれ
Is something wrong? Very good. Huh? No, I mean, thank you. It's been like this for a while now. However, one person has been observing this with dissatisfaction. She's too perfect. The evil instructor known as Frau has been watching Airi maid work closely. She utters to herself with a grim expression on her face. Why? What's wrong with perfect? She should show off her clumsy side more. Got Moe cued, absolutely. And he is definitely both stunned and confused. Maybe Frau is right. A maid that performs everything perfectly might not have the spice one needs with respect to Moe. One can induce Moe by displaying a gap in personality via occasional clumsiness. This is a special kind of charm that induces gap Moe. Without any charm, a maid only looks professional, though I personally wouldn't mind that either. Is this how this works? I have no idea. As soon as the two of them tilt their heads, there's an adorable scream from nearby and everyone immediately looks over. Oh gosh, I've done it! It's so cold! That's a CG, of course. Airi is sitting there soaking wet with a flipped over water pitcher. Oh, a whole pitcher? I thought it was just a glass. How could this be? How in the world did she flip that pitcher? Water is dripping down from her head. Not only that, her drenched maid outfit is perfectly see-through. Not only exposing, but even, I'm so sorry, I could be just so clumsy. Pretty sure I can hear everyone's hearts racing as Airi lowers her shoulders in defeat. So, this is the gap. I understand now. Damn, super. Hey, guy, what are you staring at? Oh gosh. Airi, you're a monster. There's no way she hasn't gained more fans. The question is, did she do it intentionally, or was that a mistake? Thank you for your service today. Our sales skyrocketed thanks to you. I can only imagine. No, I'm happy to have been of help. By the way, it's nothing much, but here's a token of our appreciation. After the cafe closes up, the owner respectfully hands Airi an envelope. Oh, I can't take this, it's my job. You helped us out a lot today. It's alright, please accept it. But, as she's about to say something, Airi holds her mouth with a surprised look on her face. I know what this is. It's a sign. Excuse me! She runs like the wind without giving anybody a chance to stop her. She's gone. Wow, what a modest person! She's an angel! The story of this little episode would find itself exaggerated and spread throughout, skyrocketing Airi popularity as a humble idol by the next day. She didn't even take the money. She just hiccuped and left. Airi, who returned back to normal after a hard day's work, chuckles to herself. What's up? You seem pretty happy. Well, it was just fun being a maid today. The cafe was absolutely packed, and as far as I could tell, she looked crazy busy. Not a lot of people would look back and say they had fun after that kind of a work day. But I feel like Airi-tan's smile is genuine. When I was initially mistaken as an idol, I really didn't know what to do, but now I'm able to experience so many things. It's very fulfilling. At that moment, I could feel a sense of loneliness rise in her face, just for a second. It was the same expression she displayed when she saw her former classmate at the festival. Also, hold on a second. I need to drink. Yeah, this is a very different turn of events. But she's happy. It's absolutely going to come, not crumbling down, like, she's obviously going to change in the middle of, like, the final day show. Everyone's going to learn, and she's still going to finish the dance or something, and it'll be fine. I keep bashing my elbow. It was the same expression. I read that. Airi Yukifune was fooled into thinking she had a fatal disease since birth, costing her a normal life. It could very well be that the experiences over the last few days have been precious ones for her. And I mean, that's kind of why I decided to be her manager and all. Yup, definitely just that. Well, whatever you end up doing in the future, I'm sure this will be a good learning experience. You're right. She giggles and whispers to herself. future, huh? The sounds of the crashing waves prevented her words from reaching my ears. Also, I don't think we've been to this point in this game. There we go. Aha! See, that's why we keep looking. 50 geotags. I'm definitely gonna end up missing some. I don't know when I'm gonna go get them, but whatever. Also, just to save. I like how it's like Festival Phase 1, Festival Phase 2, Phase Airi, Phase Frau. Ah, Kaito-san. After studying and getting out of the bath, I run into Airi as she's exiting her room. The thin layer of sweat on her face makes it apparent that she must have been watching and dancing to idol videos again. Excuse me. I never thought Airi, of all people, would get so hooked on that stuff. I went ahead and took a bath. Why don't you take one too? Yes, thank you very much. Airi nods and heads back to her room to grab a change of clothes. But on her way, she stops and turns around as she remembers something. By the way, you saw Airi-san today, right? The idol? How did you know? I heard from Hashida-san. He's got a big mouth. What do you think of her? What do you mean? I mean, you know, she's an idol, right? Do you think she's cute? I mean, sure, yeah, I think she's cute. She's smart, well-behaved. Oh, but that's just as an idol. I probably won't have a lot of opportunities to talk to someone like her in person from now on. So that's what you think. I see. For some reason, Airi nods her head in satisfaction. I see. Cool. She's so unsubtle about it, but everybody else is just so dumber anyway, it doesn't matter. Airi-chan? Anyway, I'm off to take a bath. Weirdo. Sure. Oh, he's not gonna. He won't figure it out until she straight transforms back in front of him. Good, very good. Let's try smiling more energetically. Energetically, like this? Oh, a photo shoot. Today on the schedule is Airi-tan's swimsuit photo shoot. This area is known as the Hamada Swimming Beach. Some people come here for windsurfing. An aquatic sport invented in America. A marine sport where you have a sail on a surfboard, also known as board sailing. Windsurfing, board sailing, it works. The person standing on the board holds the mast and can control the sail by tilting the mast to follow the direction of the wind. A beach located in Minamitane-cho, known for having beautiful white sand on a gentle slope. Sunbathers love to visit during the summer season. Faces the Pacific Ocean and is a great spot for camping, shore activities, and of course, swimming. It is also the location of Chikura Cavern, a famous tourist spot in Tanegashima. However, there aren't a lot of people here today, probably because everyone is over at the festival. At the end of the shimmering white beach, I can see a natural cave known as Chikura Cavern, an eroded cave located at Hamada Beach in Minamitane-cho, Tanegashima. A prominent tourist spot in Tanegashima, tourist spot. Its name comes from the idea that the cave could fit 1,000 people. With such exquisite scenery in the background, Airi-tan smiles under the radiant sunlight. Her healthy figure, which wasn't very apparent over the clothes she wore, glows brightly. I hear that the photographs being taken here are supposed to be used for Tanegashima's tourist brochures too. Nice. Okay, let's grab the beach ball. Okay. The cameraman seems to be enjoying having Airi-tan as a model. Anybody would fall for that smile. Yeah, anybody. It's gonna mess up Kai a little bit. It's gonna break Subaru. the final realization. So, what are you two doing here? Oh, we just happen to be passing by this location that's very, very far from where everyone else is hanging out for no reason whatsoever. That's right, this is just a coincidence, that's all. This isn't the sort of place you just coincidentally end up. Jerks, they were acting all judgmental with me, now look at them. But I suppose this just means they're healthy growing boys. Coincidence, huh? Are you sure about that? Of course she's alright. I turn around towards stern voice to find Akitan and Naitan walking down to the beach towards us. Long time no see, Hashida-san. You seem busy these days. You're Airi-san's manager now, right?
まあね
Yep, but only while she's here. Airi-san must feel reassured with you around. Do you know what? I bet you Nai, having barely been a part of this chapter, has also already figured it out immediately. She immediately saw Airi and went, that's just Airi but taller. It's clearly, and she's like, ah, yeah, electromagnetic waves, got it. Okay, like I guarantee she figured it out minute one. Naitan's brisk smile seemingly ignores the intense heat. Quite frankly, I still find myself wondering why you seem to hold Hashida-san in such high regard. Hashida-san is actually quite the gentleman. Gentleman, eh? He sure doesn't look like one. Oh. With the way he acts, you're picking on his looks, really? I don't know if you have any right to say that right now, Kai. Akitan remarks without looking over at Yashio-kun, her cheeks puffed. What's that supposed to mean? Who knows? Why don't you think of it yourself? Did you have a fight with Senomiya-senpai? No, at least not that I remember. As long as they can't see the reason, those two will forever be children. Who? Dara's like, even I can see why she's mad. You guys are blind. The photo shoot comes to an end as we converse amongst ourselves. The cameraman is nodding in satisfaction with reddened cheeks. Alright, I think that's a wrap. I got so many good photos. Thank you so much. I hope I can shoot you again sometimes. Ever consider releasing a photo album? Oh, well, we'll see. After fighting away the cameraman's persistent pitch, Airi finally has a chance to breathe. She then spots us and walks over. Kaito-san and Subaru-san too. Hey there. I never imagined that Airi-san would remember my name. Subaru is going to be broken by this. Airi-tan chugs the entire bottle of water I handed her. The water that spills out of her mouth streams down her healthy skin. Airi-tan, I can see you're turning out to be quite the little devil in the future. Well now, we have some free time. Do you want to go swim? That actually sounds good. I'm such an idiot. I should have brought swim shorts. Subaru, did you say something? No, nothing. Of course not. Airi-tan, if you're gonna go for a swim, you should put some more sunscreen on. Oh, you're right. Ultraviolet rays are the enemy of all girlies, not just idols. She replaces the water bottle in her hand with a bottle of sunscreen, then turns around with a devilish smile on her face. Kaito-san, would you mind putting some sunscreen on me? Oh man, Aki's gonna lose her cool. No way! Ah, so she's playing that card. Or, do you not want to? No, it's not that. I just, figured it'd be crossing the line. How so? I mean, you know... Yashio-kun shoots his gaze towards me, silently pleading for help. I look back and silently say, perish. He's completely dancing on Airi-tan's palms. Look, Akitan's staring at you with a scary face. I'm sorry, I was just joking. Oh no. Airi-tan hiccups in the middle of her sentence. Oh boy. I'm sorry, pardon me! What? Where's he even gonna run to? To everyone's surprise, Airi-tan disappears into the cavern. Oh, there's no mistaking it. That was the thing. But wait a minute. Airi-tan is wearing a bikini prepared for today's photo shoot. Which means... I'm going to go check on her real quick. I say to everyone and hurry to the cavern that Airi-tan ran into. I'm pretty sure she went this way. I peeked into the cavern and find it larger than I expected, almost like it would hold about 1,000 people or so. It almost looks like the blue sky is spreading through the darkness. And in the depths, there she is, hiding in a location where she can just barely cover her body. Airi-tan hears my footsteps and looks up from the stone formation she's hiding behind. As I imagine, the bikini she's had on is too big for her current size, is nearly falling off. Please don't look! It's okay, I'm not looking. I hurriedly avert my gaze. Real gentlemen respect girls at times like this. Well, the mental image from a second ago had already been burned into my brain, but let's just consider that an inevitability. What do I do now? I can't go back to the car like this. It's true that her change of clothes is inside my car. I see. I kept assuming that the clothes changed with her, but it makes sense. That's why she had the luggage on that first day. She just brings a change of clothes and always runs to a bathroom, I guess. In order for me to go back there, I'll have to pass by everyone again. I'd have to leave her all alone. She'd be totally helpless. Guess I got no choice. Here we go. I quickly stripped my shirt off and handed it to her. Huh? It's gonna be like 57,000 times too big. Wear this for now. It's big, so it can cover your whole body. But it's summer and we're at the beach, so it shouldn't be too weird. Are you sure about this? Believe me, I'm more than happy for you to wear my shirt, Airi-tan. Oh, but it might smell a little sweaty, so do forgive me. Okay, Hashida-san, but thank you, really. Airi-tan flashes me a bright smile as she reaches out for my t-shirt. Clark Kent. Yes, absolutely, except instead of a telephone booth, it's like a porta potty at a festival, which is so much worse. Like, unless they have better bathrooms there. Maybe, like, this place has actual, like, good bathrooms. And at the same time... Oh, there you are, Hashida-san. Did Airi-san come this... Airi-chan? What the... Airi-tan and Nai-tan run over to us with pale expressions on their faces. Ha ha ha, Hashida-san, what are you... Think about this. Airi-tan's bikini is falling off her. I am half naked. What would go through someone's mind seeing this situation? For once, he didn't do anything. I know he obviously talks a lot, but he didn't do anything. What did you do to Airi-chan? They are going to kill him, though. No. It's not what you think. I was wrong about you. I thought you were still a gentleman, even if you were a little perverted. Stop! You know what? For once, poor Daru. Jeez, why didn't you tell us sooner? I told you multiple times, but you didn't believe me. I already said I'm sorry about that. Besides, it's only natural to think that way if you saw something like that. I can't believe even you doubted me, Nai-tan, let alone Aki-tan. I'm so sorry, I couldn't help it. And that's the problem. Aki-tan and Nai-tan drooped their shoulders apologetically. After they spotted us, Airi-tan convinced them it was all a misunderstanding, otherwise I'd still be in the middle of a firestorm. Hell, worst case scenario, I could have ended up in handcuffs. False accusations can be damned. But I didn't think you were here too, Airi-chan. Well, I was a little curious about the photo shoot too. If that was the case, you should have told me. I was a little embarrassed to ask. We managed to concoct a pretense as to why Airi-tan was there to begin with, and that she had just bought a bikini that didn't fit her well. Crisis averted. And nobody noticed that it was the exact same, like... The squad is very, very dumb. But how could Airi-san just leave without saying anything? She said she remembered being late for some engagement. Engagement? In Tanegashima? I wonder what it is. Who knows? I don't know anything about her private life. Girls have a lot on their plate, Kai. You wouldn't understand. But you do, Aki-chan. Of course I do. I'm a girl too, if you didn't know. Then why did Airi-san leave? That's, you know, stuff. As Aki-tan looks in a random direction, Yashio-kun watches her confused. Must be hard being a girl with a thick-headed dude hanging around. Oh man. By the way, are you going to see the event the day after tomorrow, Airi-chan? Event? Airi-san's stage event. Don't tell me you didn't know about this, Hashida-san. Aren't you her manager? Ah, oh yeah, the stage event. Of course I'm aware. Are you kidding me? That was close. I forgot all about it. Airi's first solo stage event. That is supposed to be her main event. That's right, it's happening 2 days. I slowly whisper into Airi-tan's ear. Are you going to be okay? You're going to be dancing. I'm practicing. Her tone lacks confidence, contrary to her response. Is she really going to be okay? But I guess I can't really do anything about this situation. So, are you going or not? Oh, I'd like to go, but... What? Do you have other plans? No, it's nothing like that.
だったら
Then you should come. What do you say? Well, she can't possibly say she can't go because she'll be on stage.
楽しみですね
I can't wait. I'm so excited to see Airi's on stage performance. Yeah, Nai's the only one not asking her to go to it. I think Nai's got it figured out.
はい
Except, she was still on Daru's... She was still really upset at Daru thinking something happened. So maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't. I don't know.
ああ、そっか。
She's smart, but maybe that was overwritten by just rage at, like, did he do something? Oh, that's right. When Airi turns into Airi, she always gets the hiccups. Seems like the hiccups are triggering it, but it's actually the other way around. It would be more natural to conclude that a certain frequency of electromagnetic waves is triggering the hiccups. How did I not see something as simple as this? I must be going crazy. Right now, more importantly, it's weakening. According to the Gauss meter I bought online the other day, the magnetic waves are getting weaker and weaker by the day. A device that measures magnetism or electromagnetic waves, a type of magnometer. Magnometer? The common ones follow the principles of the Hall effect. It was cheap, so I have some doubts about its functionality, but I don't think there's any mistake in the decline. I don't know enough about the electromagnetic wave device to build how the device is built to make any fixes. Plus, I don't have any tools with me, which makes things that much harder. Judging by the rate of decline, this is only going to last for another 3 days or so. Hopefully things will hold until the main event. Hopefully.
電磁波
The
が
electromagnetic waves are weakening.
そう。
Yep, I don't have any specialized tools with me, and it's probably difficult to procure parts to repair it on the island.
そうですか
I see. When I deliver the honest truth, Airi responds without much trepidation. Does she not have any attachment to this current situation? So, what happens when the signal gets
どう
weaker?
なるんでしょう
I was mistaken. She just doesn't understand what's going on.
要するに、
Basically, you won't be able to maintain that appearance much longer. Huh? Oh, well, hey! Hot damn, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. How's it going? Hot damn. Nobody does expect the Spanish Inquisition. It's a true fact. Hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend. How goes things? How goes things? We, mid-chapter of a visual novel at the moment. Damn. Names I didn't expect popping up with a Spanish Inquisition. Also, we're going to save again just because I just don't save enough here. Thank you, obviously, for the bits. Sorry, I got distracted by the surprise. Thank you much for the bits. Very much appreciated. Hope you're having a good time. Hope life's been treating you well. Yeah, of course. It's a... I may not have the greatest of memories, but I'm not that bad. I hope things are working out well for you, though. It's been some time. Lots happened in life in the world, but I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Gonna keep reading along with this, but like, keep checking chat too. But I have an event tomorrow. In a long time. Yeah, boy howdy has it. With like, lots happening. I assume... I'm trying to think of how to phrase things without, like, real-world info, but, like, I'm no longer working at that place, because, you know, 2020 happened, but now I'm employed from home, and, you know, doing alright. I work from here, got a job where managers aren't quite as evil as grocery store managers can be, so, like, things are going good on my end, I hope things are going well for yours, too. But I have an event tomorrow.
大丈夫。
It's okay. It should hold through tomorrow, hopefully.
多分だ。
そうですか
I see.
ただ、
But
明後日
I don't know if it'll last to the day after tomorrow.
あさって
Oh, I see.
ですか
Oh, well, that's the end of that scene, I guess. The hell is even that hat? So the next item on the schedule has you acting as a guest judge at a local food festival. Ah, yes. Is he doing better, I'm assuming? Oh yeah, no, being out of that place has only improved my life. It's only sad that I was there for so long. I should have just left earlier, but, you know, it took a literal globe-spanning pandemic to get me out of there, but still got out, so you know, life's better. If I were to judge a food contest, a food festival, that's exactly what it would be. Oh yeah, I finally got some actual lights. Got some background lighting for the whole shelf. Can't even see what's on the shelf, but yeah, it's only got to look colorful, you know. I streamed for far too long without actual lighting. I still used my overhead light, which like it was lighting me from the back. Like perfect time to have Iva cook. Oh man, cut your hair? Yeah, I usually cut it in summertime. I meant to shave today too, but I just forgot to charge my razor. New stream times as well, that's true, yeah. It used to be later on, but now I'm a bit earlier. 8 to 12 now, yep, correct. I cut the hair usually about once a year, but it's usually in the summer, so now it's fairly short. I don't know, Ark, if you watch the Misshapen Chair videos, but in his recent one he put out today for White Mage in 14, he uses one or two scenes from Nirvana Initiative. And he had already put out a video about Somnium Files, so he clearly played the new one. It's like, yes, cool, other people are liking these games. It's wonderful. It's also a little surprising, and he used specifically a scene from the cooking Somnium. So, yeah. I keep meaning to shave. It's getting a bit long for, like, heat, but, like, yeah. I keep forgetting to. What game is this? It's a game called Robotics Notes DaSH. It's part of a series called Science Adventure, which has the most popular game in the series is Steins Gate. A lot of people know that one from the anime. We committed to playing all of them, and this is the last one that's released in English. It is the direct sequel to Robotics Notes, so it's just the same characters getting into wacky situations, because why not? It's fun. Maybe a third game? No, I didn't see that. But I'd play that too. At this rate, we're 2 for 2 for the Somnium Files series, so... Director or something saying... Shimizuki's VA. Okay, cool. I'll 100%, if they put out another one, they got my money. I have enjoyed very much the Somnium Files and Nirvana Initiative. I never expected to get a second, gladly would play a third. I'd wonder how they'd keep it going. But clearly they just keep doing like slightly different timelines and it works. Oh, I read that one. Yes. Yeah, nothing quite action-packed today. It's just a visual novel, so we're really just reading along with it. Usually weekends lately we're doing visual novels because we're trying to get through the whole series, even though this is our last one. Weekdays we do like Monster Hunter, Path of Exile, 14, Yakuza, stuff like that. But the weekends lately, except next weekend's gonna be Splatoon. Splatoon comes out next weekend. Oh, before that we have to fix your makeup. That's for the makeup artist. Say your Twitch name. No, I know I'm gonna get it wrong. It's Paisa for life. I know every time I say it I get it wrong. So no. That's my I know I'm not far off, but I know I'm not 100% there either. I'm historically always bad with names, and it's one of those things of I always remember I'm saying it wrong, but I don't remember what the right one is. Paisa? Okay. I definitely remember being wrong, but I didn't remember what the right was. Which is a very awkward state to be in. You know, there you go. Paisa for life. There you go. Thank you, Ark. I can take that on my own. Up here, does she have a teddy bear? No, it's like a stuffed dog. Alright, why not? Okay. Airi seemed a little disappointed after I told her about her limited time left as Airi, but as soon as work started, her expression changed. Now she's smiling as brightly as always, making others around her smile while doing so. She has definitely grown as an idol over the past few days. The fact that she can now do her own makeup is proof of such growth. It's a shame, Art got it first, knew immediately, and I was like, At first she stumbled over her words when responding to interview questions, but now she's able to organize her comments in her head beforehand to deliver them smoothly and professionally. It's something I still can't do. I stumble over everything I say. She's grown so much as an idol in such a short time. That said, I'm also not an idol, so, you know. If Airi is truly what Airi will look like in the future, it may make perfect sense for her to continue pursuing an idol career. She'd undoubtedly be successful. As someone who spent many years in the Holy Land known as Akiba, I know all too well. With those thoughts running through my brain zone, his brain zone, Ailetan returns with full makeup on.
お待たせしました
It didn't change the model at all, it's just fine, don't worry. Thank you for waiting. It's a little early, but let's head over to the festival grounds. Yes. Oh, we didn't check. Yeah, it's fine. Our next stop is the food court. As I walk ahead of Ailetan, some children run past us.
お兄ちゃん
Excuse me, sorry.
待ってよ
Wait up, big brother.
ほら
If you don't hurry up, I'm leaving you behind. Wow. Wait. Seems like they're siblings. Oh, no, that checks out. They pass by us and... the girl falls over. As kids are wont to do.
何やってんだよ
Oh, my nephew is one of the single most, like, accidental injury-prone people I've encountered. Never anything serious, thankfully. Fingers crossed, never anything serious. But, like, we were having a family cookout yesterday, and he had to run inside to use the bathroom. You know, fine, whatever. And the way most of us go in is through the back porch, which has one of those sliding doors. So he opened the sliding door, went inside, closed the sliding door. Reached down to pet the cat, because we have a cat. We were all outside, so he was like, whoever comes in's got to pet me. Then forgot he closed the door, turned back towards it, and bashed his ear on it. Perfectly fine, he just had a slightly red ear, but like, we just heard the sounds of crying from upstairs. We're like, how did he, how going to the bathroom did, it's just, he's just prone to it. Some kids are just, like, accident prone. He was perfectly fine, like, he was playing it up a little bit, but he's a kid. I did the same thing when I was a kid. It's just kid things, but like, jeez, like we were joking as he went upstairs. Like, he always does find a way to get injured, doesn't he? Before we just hear crying, and it's like, we were right. It's like literally just path to bathroom, path back. That's it. That was it. That was it. Still managed to get injured, and it's like, he's a good kid. He's a very good kid. But it was just like, the second you take eyes off him, somehow he's going to fall, hit something or something. Again, thankfully, it's never been a major injury or anything. It's very rarely even anything like a scraped knee, like blood or anything. It's usually like banging a body part on something. It's just, it's not funny because he's hurt, but it's kind of like a, really, again, somehow? Like, how? But he's always okay in the end, which is why it can be joked about. If he was actually really hurt, that would be a different story. What are you doing? The boy says as he hurries over. The scraped knees, see? The girl who fell over sits in place sobbing. I told you to be careful, didn't I? But you were too. The girl's knee is scraped and bleeding a little. Little sister continues to cry, showing no signs of standing back up. The older brother can't do much but squat down and pat her on the head. Then someone runs over to them. Are you alright? Ailetan squats down beside them and peeks into the girl's face. The girl stops crying for a moment after seeing the random woman in her face. English. But soon resumes the waterworks. Skinned knees hurt. Stop crying. I know. It really hurts, doesn't it? Ailetan gently pats the girl on her head. I like the idea that what both of them are doing is just like pat, that's it. Like, what else are you gonna do? That would have happened. Yeah, it was funny that it happened, but obviously I wasn't gonna laugh in front of him. I don't want to laugh at his pain. Like, that's not cool. But like, all of us outside were like, really? How? But, you know, wouldn't laugh at his face. That's not nice. He was crying, he was hurt. It's fine. Ailetan gently pats the girl on the head while speaking to her in a calm, soothing tone. The girl's crying grows softer. There's a doctor over there. I can go with you. Can you walk? It would make sense they'd have like a first aid booth at a festival. The girl shakes her head sideways. I guess it's my turn, but just as I try to step in... Here. The brother squats down with his back turned to his little sister, a sullen look on his face. He's offering her a piggyback ride. Aren't you a good brother? Not really. Aren't you a good brother? No. Come on, get on. The girl climbs onto the brother's back without saying a word, and finally stops crying. Huh? Looks like the doctor isn't here. When we arrive at the first aid booth set up at HQ, the doctor on duty is nowhere to be found. Besides, the tent is a sign that reads, "Will return shortly." There's only one person at the first aid booth for an entire festival with like hundreds of people? Okay. Maybe they're using the bathroom. What now?
そうですね。
Let's see.
は
Alright, this is going to sting just a little bit. In the end, Airi decides to treat the girl's wound herself, since we didn't know when the doctor would be back. I'm glad that like it's just open to anyone to use the medical supplies. There, you're all fine. Now just put on this bandage, and they're all finished.
終わりました。
The hat keeps getting me. How do you feel? It doesn't hurt anymore, does it? Yup. Yup, it doesn't hurt anymore. Yup, it hurts.
これからは
Just be careful from now on. You shouldn't run around too much at the festival, okay? Okay, I won't.
お兄ちゃんも
Hey, big brother, make sure you look out for your little sister, okay? Yup.
お姉ちゃん
Just lots of yups.
ありがとう。
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
バイバイ。
Airi waves lightly at the fully recovered little girl. Jeez, alright, alright. I very much appreciate the bits. Hot damn it. Oh, it says at the bottom 40. I was going to count them all. Thank you for the 40 heckin' bits. Man, I was literally just saying yesterday we don't get a lot of bits around here. Like, we got a lot of people who subscribe, and like this, it's not like, oh no, we don't, like, eh. But like, I was just saying yesterday, literally yesterday, that like I don't see the bit notifications too often, and yet here we go. That's all appreciated. Every bit is appreciated. I'm glad if I can be here entertaining anyone, and you know, the Star Platinum bits too. Honestly, that's another good one. JoJo. Always good to have some JoJos in your life. The Soul Eater one was basically just for the song. It's an utterly unutilized song. It's a great tune that they have, but they only use it for like 3 episode title screens. Even though it's a full 3-minute song, they use that little like 5 seconds of it, and it's like, it's a waste. It's a waste. JoJo meme, always fun. When I was making a lot of the notifications, I had just recently watched a bunch of JoJo. So there's a lot of JoJo in the notifications, be it either follower, bits, subscriber, whatever. And it's generally got very recognizable memes and music. So, just like I use a lot of Persona music. And I even got some Gurren Lagann. When I made all the notifications, I wanted them to be noticeable, so nothing like super silent or anything. And I wanted them to be celebratory, something, you know, loud, catches your attention, sounds good. So, you know, those were a lot of things that people liked the music of. What's the other one? I got a lot of 14 music too, but that's just because we got a lot of 14 fans around here. But yeah. Also, just between Persona 3, 4, and 5, there's a lot to work with. Though I had to remove some of them because they kept getting me content ID'd flagged. Specifically the anime openings, which makes sense, they're anime openings, but I still just thought of them as like Persona music, but YouTube don't like that anime music. They like to claim those videos. I don't like that. At the time when lots of great shows were good. Oh yeah, the Soul Eater OP and ending. I don't think I have those. Kind of headset I use? I don't even remember the name of it. I don't know the brand name, but it's a G432. It's something meant for PS4s? Like it was meant for PS4, PS5, but it just, when I tried it on, it was really comfortable. I don't use it on the PS4 at all. It's got a little like headset thing, but obviously I use my actual microphone. I wear it because it's really like poofy and comfy. And if I'm going to wear something for 4+ hours at a time, I want it to be comfortable. So that's actually the first thing I look for. Sound quality and everything else is always second. I like it having a volume slider though, so I can adjust what I hear without adjusting everything else, which is nice, but really just comfort. I think I got it Best Buy like 2 years ago. My old one broke and I either got it on Amazon or Best Buy. But I've used, even the one I used beforehand was also a PS4 headset. I've just found them to be fairly comfortable. Anything I buy for like PC use, I feel like they've just been not quite as padded. Like they expect you to use it for like shorter times, and it's like, I'm sure they had better sound quality, but like playing video games. I'm not trying to listen to like every note of a song or something like that. It's like Paper Moon. Don't Scary. Yes, of course. I drastically prefer the first opening, but I appreciate that Paper Moon is fantastic and why people like it. But man, for me, it's always going to be that first OP. It's just that was my favorite. I have a bad habit of really falling in love with the first OP of an anime, and then they change it, and like, those are okay, but I usually tend to prefer the first one. Also, the first ones tend to be the ones that like grab your attention or are more hype. Second and third openings tend to like get more emotional and like slower, which is fine because they tend to mirror like the arcs of the show. But I tend to really like the like big, powerful like openings. So this first opening, very good. Endings are good too, but like that cut-in song, So Scandalous, you barely hear it on the soundtrack, and you almost never hear it on the show. It's used for the first 3 Soul and Maka episode title screens. That's it. That's its whole use in the show, and it's a full song, and it's... But yeah, for me, headsets gotta be all about comfort. It sounds good too, like the sound quality is fine, but it's gotta be comfort. If I can't wear it for a few hours, it's useless to me. And you'd be surprised at how many, like, one I had previously was way too tight. Like whatever the band was, like the spring in it, they wanted those headphones on your head, and it's like, cool, it ain't going anywhere, but it hurts, and I hate this, so I got rid of that one pretty quick. Thankfully, I've found that, like, I don't even know if it'll show on the camera well, but ones with like really thick pillowy padding, that's the way to go. And you can kind of see this one, like, it's got a lot of motion, so it's not like it's stuck in one spot. Perfect. It's the simple things, but a comfortable headset goes so far. I don't know. I think that's the thing that would easily ruin streaming for me more than anything, is a really uncomfortable headset. I guess I could find a way to like filter the sound so I could play it through the speakers, but I prefer headsets, especially because I don't want to wake my family up either. Eleton waves lightly at the fully recovered girl. She looks like a proper adult woman. That was a surprise. You seemed you seemed really used to doing stuff like that. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, so... Oh, she would, yeah. Oh, that's right. I nearly forgot while watching over her the past few days that she had been told she had an incurable disease since birth. She was probably in the hospital for a while after waking up from Kokimijima's cold sleep device. I guess this is why she's familiar with how nurses behave and what they do to make the patient feel safe and comfortable. I was always the one receiving the care, so this was actually my first time treating someone else. I was a bit nervous. Really? I wasn't worried one bit while watching. In fact, I was impressed. Those kids were being really calm too. And you looked somewhat happy while you were treating them, Airi-tan. Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. Happy might not be the right word, but I did feel fulfilled in a way. Maybe she's got a future in medicine, in nursing. Maybe you're cut out to be a nurse. That could be something to pursue in the future. My future? Airi-tan looks down with a sad expression. Oh yeah. She did say she never really thought about the future until now. Every child imagines themselves becoming something in the future, like a soccer player or a cake shop owner, however unrealistic they may be, but she grew up convinced that she had no future. The normal experiences, the normal feelings, thoughts, she didn't have any of that growing up. Airi-tan? Come on, Hashida-san, turn your frown upside down. I'm not getting depressed or anything. There's not a tinge of sorrow on her face when she speaks to me. It just means that was the case until recently. But I realized over the past few days that things are different now, and part of that is thanks to you, Hashida-san. Me? Yes, if it were up to me alone, I probably would have revealed the truth at some point and ended it all. But because you were willing to help me, I was able to experience so many things. If it wasn't for you, Hashida-san, I would have never discovered so many possibilities. I mean, even just now. Even with those small hands of mine, I could be of use to someone. I was able to realize this because of today. Airi-tan's cheeks redden a little as she gently smiles. What a truly wonderful child. I hope my daughter grows up to be like her. I see. In that case, you should do whatever you want to do while you still can. What I want to do? Airi-tan whispers and thinks to herself. What do girls her age want to do? Suddenly, my watch's alarm goes off, interrupting this precious moment. It's already time for the next event. Uh-oh, we gotta run, Airi-tan. Okay. I like how one of the scenes is just the feet of the robot. Now then. Ah, Kaito-san. As I wander around trying to find a place to study, Airi-san comes running over.
さっきのイベン
You
ト
were watching the event earlier, weren't you? I could see you from on
ベー
stage.
スの上からカイトさんの
Just a minute ago, she was on stage as a guest judge for a speed eating contest. Oh, it wasn't just like a making food contest, it's speed eating. That makes a lot more sense for like a festival. I feel like that's like more a festival type deal. You know, to grow up normal is great enough. True, that's true. Like, we have no idea what she's gonna be like, because we only know her from like the timelines where like it goes straight to like war is hell. So it would be very interesting to see her in a timeline where that's not the case, and you know, see her be happy and normal. That would be great. I was watching from the back of the crowd. I didn't think she'd spot me from up there.
まあ
I would
またまた
love,
通りがかってね
man, it would be really cool to see like, I'm trying to think of this, like any other like that generation age characters in this universe. It's really not. I would love to see just a short. It wouldn't even make a good full game, but I would love to see like a 1 or 2 chapter long thing of like the Steins Gate crew grown up, like them at the time we see them in the future when they're all like making the time machine and sending people back, but when that's not the case. I don't know if it would make a full game because you'd have to have something terrible happen to them, and I don't want that. But just like a demo-sized snippet of just like seeing what they'd be up to in the future where it's not war would be really cool. I would really like that. After years, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like a little addition, a little like $5 DLC chapter or something. I don't know. That would be really cool to see. Well, I just have to be walking by. Sure. Are you sure about that? Yeah. Can't help but look away as Airi-san sneaks a peek at my face. Now that I think about it, the fact that an idol like her is talking so casually to me, this is kind of a big deal, isn't it? I try to keep my thoughts tucked away as much as possible in order to maintain my cool. He
それ
has
よ
no
り今
cool.
は休憩
Are you on break right now? Where's Hashida-san?
イベントのスタッフさんと打ち合わせに
She's having a meeting with the event coordinators. I have a little free time until my next job, so I was wondering
どう
what
し
to
よ
do.
うかな。一人でじっと待っているのも
It'd be boring waiting all by myself. Airi-san cuts herself off mid-sentence and glances at me with upturned eyes.
カイトさんは今
What are you up to, Kaito-san?
うん
Oh, I was just looking for a spot to study.
勉強です
Study, huh? Wait, does this mean...
まあでも
But I'm not really feeling up to it right now. I was just thinking about hanging around for a bit. Smooth, Kai. Smooth. Super smooth. Really? Then would you like to walk around the festival with me?
まあ いいけど
Oh man, it's he did end up going once or twice with actual Airi, so I guess it works out. But there were definitely times where I was like, "Want to walk on the festival?" and he was like, "No." But of course now he's not expecting anything. This is probably my once in a lifetime opportunity to spend time with an actual idol. He's so dumb. Yep, no ulterior motives at all. I swear.
じゃあちょっ
And I'm going to get changed, so please stay put. Okay. I'm not expecting anything, I think.
お待たせしました。
Thanks for waiting. Shall we get
じゃ
going?
あ行きましょう。
あのさ
I think this is the first chapter so far where nothing's had to change in the background, because all the things that are changing are just Airi, not the people.
ちょっと
Aren't you a little too close? Oh. Oh.
そうですか？
You think so? But we look more like a couple this way, don't we? I like the incognito shades. Not even shades, just glasses. She doesn't even wear glasses. She doesn't wear glasses, which means those are just for show. A couple?
堂々としてると
Sometimes it's best to hide in
ない
plain
と
sight.
バレないもので
Is
す
that really the case? The heck if I know. Yeah, but it really does feel like we're dating, doesn't it?
えっと
I don't know. Like he knows anything about dating. Or do you not want people to see us like this?
別に
No, it's not that I don't like it. Honestly, Akiho just crossed my mind. Yeah, of course she would. Now, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. She'd just be super upset if she saw me like this. Kai. This is strictly for camouflage, and we're not actually dating. But still. Oh look, soft-serve mango ice cream! Oh man, that sounds really good right now.
食べる
You want some? Yes, I do. I feel like I haven't had a ton of mango ice cream in my days, but like mango's just tasty. Delish. I like Kai's face. Good, I'm glad.
あの芋
Your Ano sweet potato ice cream looks really good. I see, I can't imagine sweet potato ice cream though. Like, I can fully be like, yeah, no, mango sounds delicious. I'm sure sweet potato ice cream would... Like, I'm sure it wouldn't be bad. People wouldn't make it and sell it if it's not good. But it's just, I can't imagine it. It's something I'd have to try. Like, I can't imagine a sweet potato ice cream. But I'm sure if I tried it, I'd like it. I just... My brain's like, does not parse, does not compute.
よかったら食べれば
Do you want to try some? An indirect kiss. I can have a bite?
どうぞ
Sure. I hand her the half-eaten ice cream, and she takes a bite. This one's really good too.
美味しい
Wait, did we just...
どうかしま
Is
した
something wrong?
いや
No, it's nothing. She might be an idol, but we're not junior high schoolers here. I feel like it would be too embarrassing to make a big deal out of an indirect kiss at this point. And it doesn't look like Airi-san is minding it much. We just... Nope, she's definitely minding it. I know, let's take a look over there. Sure. My image of celebs is that they're all pretty experienced, if you get what I mean. Wink. But she's different as far as I can tell. The fact that he hasn't realized it's his literal friend days later is... None of them... Well, okay, Daru has, but like... And he's the one who knows her the least! Thereafter, the two of us walked around the festival, grabbing quick bites along the way. And before we knew it, time had already run out.
アイリーさん
Airi-san, are you good on time?
あ
Ah. Airi-san looks a little sad when she glances at the clock.
楽しい時
Time
間
really
は
flies when you're having fun, huh?
本当
True words. It's too bad, but there's nothing I can do about that. She's an idol, and there are lots of people waiting for her. But Airi-san is just standing in place.
あの
Kaito-san?
カイトさん
Her cheeks are slightly red as she nervously addresses me. It must be from all the sun she got over the last few days, right? Oh yeah, no worries. I hope you have a great heckin' weekend. Thanks for hopping by. I appreciate the bits, and I wish nothing but well upon you. See you around.
私
I'm going to sing and dance on stage tomorrow for the first time. I was just thinking, I'd be really happy if you could come watch. As if he was gonna miss it anyway. I knew there was an event happening tomorrow, and I was already planning on going.
もちろん
Of course I'll come watch you.
本当ですか
Really?
アイリーさんの
It's your
初めて
very
のステー
first
ジ
stage performance, Airi-san. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
私頑張ります
Thank you, I'll do my best.
でも不思議だよ
But
ね
this is so weird.
ほら
The fact that I'm hanging out with an idol like you, I never would have imagined it a few days ago. Yeah. The fact that you haven't realized it's your friend, just taller. I'm never going to forget this festival. Whoa, you gotta get going. Hashida-san might be waiting for you.
アイリーさん
Ali-san? Huh?
遅れちゃうよ
You're gonna be late. Oh, that's right, let's go. Huh? I thought she was acting a little strange as we were parting ways, but she performed just fine at the event afterwards, so... I'm probably just overthinking it. No, you're probably just underthinking all of it. Thanks for your hard work.
お疲れ様でした
Likewise. Ooh, finally done. Now that she's done with her talk event scheduled late into the evening, she's done with all of her appointments for the day. All that's left to do is grab something good to eat and go to bed. But if a newcomer idol, though not really, is this busy, I wonder how busy a real popular idol is. Probably insanely so. Ah.
あ、アイリタン
Oh, Airi-tan. Good job out there.
お疲れ様です
Thank you.
どうした
What's wrong? You look a little down. Are you tired?
いえ
No,
そういう
not
わけじゃない
exactly.
んですけど
So she says, but she's clearly at a different energy level compared to during the last event. Obviously, she puts on an energetic face in front of people, but I don't think I'm the only one that feels she's a little out of it. Honestly, she seems kind of dispirited when she came back from her break earlier. Tomorrow is her big stage performance. She said she's feeling okay, but maybe she's nervous.
もし何か悩みがある
Do you want to talk about something? I'm all
相談
ears.
に乗るけど
Airi-tan thinks to herself a bit, then slowly speaks.
みんなが見てる
Everyone is seeing Airi and not
アイリじゃな
Airi,
くて
right?
え
Huh?
カイトさんが見
The
てる
person Kaito-san sees is the idol Airi, not me.
アイリタン
Airi-tan?
ごめんなさい
I'm sorry. I'll go
今日は
home
もう
now.
帰
Okay. At the end of the day, I couldn't even give her any advice, let alone listen to her troubles. All I did was watch Airi walk away from behind. Girls sure are complicated. I feel like it's not super complicated, but okay. I hated Cinderella. A famous story from Grimm's Fairy Tales. In French, it is Cendrillon. I know I said that wrong. The Japanese title translates to Ash-Covered Princess, or Covered in Ashes. Similar fairy tales can be encountered all over the world. My mother read me lots of stories when she was still around. Among them, I especially hated Cinderella. The reason is simple. Cinderella's spell has a time limit. Her time as a beautiful princess ends at midnight. She returns to her usual miserable appearance. It almost felt like it was a metaphor for the time limit in my own life. That's why I hated Cinderella. As I lay down on the soft bed, the tense feelings that were brewing inside me pour out in the form of a sigh. An idol, huh? Just a few days ago, I never could have imagined that I'd be standing in for an idol. Since I didn't know the first thing about being one, the first few days went by in a whirl of chaos. But thanks to Hashida-san's support, I have the mental capacity to even enjoy the events I've been going to. Excuse me. There's just one problem. The reason I'm able to do this is because I'm not a real idol. Real idols must have it way harder, desperately working to survive in the industry. Compared to that, all I'm doing is mimicry. That's the only reason why I have any mental leeway. Of course, I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've been aware from the beginning that I'm not a real idol. But even then, as long as there are people out there who support me, I'll carry out my job as an idol to the end. That is how I feel right now. Also, one second. There we go. Cool. So, the feelings that have been smoldering inside of me are doing so for another reason. Big Brother. I quietly vocalized the name of the person behind it all. After being awoken from my cold sleep, Big Brother was the first person to treat me kindly when I was all alone. I liked seeing Big Brother's bashful smile. Airi-chan, when Big Brother said my name like that, it made my heart feel warm and safe. But Big Brother is just that, my big brother. To him, I'm like a little sister. Obviously, I knew that from the get-go, and I felt the same way for a time. But when I interact with Big Brother as Airi, I'm no longer his little sister. He sees me as an adult. He sees me as an equal. The time we spent together was super refreshing and fun. I know that Big Brother has his eyes on Akiho-san, yeah. Don't break that up, but even then, somewhere deep inside, his attention makes me happy. It's just... I'm Airi. I'm not Airi. The person Big Brother is seeing is Airi. Cinderella, huh? Right. At the end of the day, I'm Cinderella. Cinderella that will never see a happy ending at that. My magical time is coming to an end. If that's the case, at least at the very end, you'll forgive me for it, right, Akiho-san? I mean, unlike the actual fairy tale Cinderella, she could go down this path. Like, if she's like, wow, this has been phenomenal, I love this, sure, she's focusing on just the one snippet of, like, I kinda like this boy, but, like, she could be an idol. She could start down that path early, have a head start because she's experienced this stuff, and even if she doesn't do that, like, she's trying all these different things, and basically seeing glimpses into possible futures, functionally. But, you know, I get it, she's just thinking about the boy, but another clear day in Tanegashima, and today is finally the day of Airi-tan's stage performance. Airi-tan said she's practicing singing and dancing in her room every day, but I've yet to see any of it firsthand. I wonder how things are going to turn out. Under normal circumstances, I should have checked on her progress, but I totally missed my chance. Today's the day. Let alone while she's Airi-tan. For me to spend a lot of time when she's Airi-tan would be problematic. I guess I didn't have a lot of options. She said she'll be okay, so I guess she'll be okay. Plus, I think it's perfectly fine for her to make mistakes, as long as Airi-tan gives her all. Man, this is a huge crowd. Yeah, really. I hear they sold out of tickets in the morning, and there are still lots of people trying to get in. The people who are here probably aren't familiar with what sort of idol Airi-tan is. In fact, the real Airi-tan that was supposed to come here never even got to start her career, so there's no way to know. In other words, the people that are gathered here are those who came to know of her existence right here at the festival. And then I'm sure at least half of those folks are just here to see an actual celebrity. Daisy Expediluso, yep, very much. But the rest are different. The rest are people who have seen and spoken to her during her time here. As far as I'm concerned, this is proof that Airi-tan has a natural potential as an idol, but who knows for sure. What is certain is that all of these people are here to watch her sing and dance. All the prep work is finished. Now we just gotta wait for Airi-tan to show up. Airi-san seems to be running late. She'll be here any minute now. I'll try calling the hotel. That won't help. She's never gone to the hotel. Oh, right. What's the matter, Hashida-san? The Robot Club youngsters come over to check on us. They must have noticed something was up from the spectator seats. Well, the thing is, Airi-san hasn't shown up yet. Is she at the hotel? Junna-chan is calling there right now. I see. Understood. Thank you very much. Junna-chan, who just got off the phone with the hotel, turns away and slowly shakes her head. Hashida-san, do you have any idea where she could be? Let's see. I do, but I don't. Can you be more unclear? Curse her. She escaped. I don't think Airi-san's that type of person. Well, the real Airi-tan did run away with her manager. Is there any chance she's in transit on the way from the hotel? Well, there's just one unusual problem. Unusual? What is it? The hotel staff said they haven't seen Airi-san since she checked in. You idiot, that's the real La Pants the Third. A super popular anime based off a famous manga. It follows Lupants III, who is descendant from the legendary phantom thief Lupants, and his friends. It grew popular thanks to its slightly adult content and has had many TV series and movies. It is popular both in Japan and overseas. Lupants. Kona-chan, shut up for a second. Ugh. Don't you think we should go looking for her? No, that's probably a bad idea. Why? It's just... Even if we go looking for her, we would never find her, because... She's been here all along. As soon as I saw Airi-tan arrive with Yashio-kun, I nearly screamed. After giving me a subtle wink, she's been observing the chaos with a worried expression on her face. While everyone deliberating among themselves about what to do, I end up signaling to Airi-tan and bringing her to a quiet corner. Yo, Airi-tan, what's this all about? It's not working. What's not working? I can't become an adult. Can't become an adult either, but Airi-tan is undoubtedly talking about something totally different. Dude, you're married with a kid. What do you mean you can't become an adult either? You mean you can't turn into Airi-tan? Yes, I've been trying since this morning. For real? This is not good. When I checked this morning, the electromagnetic wave irradiation equipment that transforms Airi-tan into Airi was still working, albeit a little unstable. We've only got a few minutes before showtime. I'm going to go look for her. But where? Well, this is not good. At this rate, they'll end up expending energy for no reason. What should we do? At this point, we gotta go. Go where? There's only one place. Oh, fancy that! I just got a message from Airi-tan. I purposely raise my voice and the Robot Club gathers around me. Really? What did she say? Looks like she's lost at the festival. I avoid having my phone droid screen peeked at as I attempt to read off the non-existent message. Seriously? This stage is literally impossible to miss. Plus, she's been here multiple times. She was here yesterday too. Oh well, you know, she can be clumsy. Really? If anything, I thought she had a pretty good head on her shoulders. Anyway, I'm glad we know she's at the festival somewhere. I'll go look for her. I'll help. Frau, Subaru, you guys are gonna help, right? Fine. If you let me breathe in the goddesses, the goodness later. If you let me breathe in the goodness? Oh, it's okay. I'll go look. You guys stay put. But I'll be fine. I know where she is. Heyo, Yashio-kun, hold down the fort for me here. If I stick around, they're just gonna get more curious about where she is. It'll make things tough for me. My best option is to get away as quickly as possible. Plus, there's no time left. Anyway, Airi-tan, stay put! Huh? Oh. I whisper into her ear before darting out of the venue. Ah, Hashida-san? Before we can stop him, Hashida-san hurries out of the event hall. He moved faster than one would imagine based on his size. Within seconds, Hashida-san weaved through the tight crowd and disappeared. He's gone. What now? Searching for her blindly won't do us any good. I guess we gotta wait. It's about 10 minutes until the scheduled start time. He said Airi-san is at the festival, so I'm sure she'll make it here just in time. If he already knows where she is, she should be okay. It's a large festival, but if he knows where she's wandering, it should only take a few minutes. Or so we all thought. It's already past the start time. Before we knew it, our deadline had gone by. Kai, what about his phone? I've been calling, but he's not picking up. What is that guy doing? Curious as to how the audience is doing, I peek out from the side of the stage. These types of events have a tendency to get delayed, so the audience isn't panicking just yet. But it's only a matter of time before they do. I look up and see Aki looking at the crowd with a worried expression on her face. Hashida-san. Both of her hands are placed over her chest, almost as if she was praying for Hashida-san to safely bring Airi-san. I must be really worried. By the way, have you ever met Airi-san before? I've never spoken to her personally, but I've seen her events a couple of times. Couldn't recall of any such moments. But Airi has been practicing Magical Academia's dances super diligently until late at night these past few days, so she must be a really big Airi-san fan. Man, how dense could Kaito be? Man, where could Hashida-san be? What is he doing? It's almost 10 minutes past the scheduled start time, and then you throw this intense sunlight into the mix? Hey, what's going on? How long are they going to make us wait? The audience who have been patiently waiting all this time is slowly beginning to grow unsettled. I get it. Things are looking bad. What should we do? Maybe someone should go out there and buy some time. Buy some time, but who's going to do what? That's where you come in, Four Eyes. I refuse. At times like this, as soon as one person lights the fuse, the commotion spreads quickly. What was once a light buzz within the audience quickly grows bigger. It's now nearly engulfed the entire audience. We should probably make some sort of an announcement. Got it. I'll do it right now. He's here. Huh? Everyone looks in the direction of her line of sight. There, running desperate from the other side of the stage is Hashida-san. Hurry! Yeesh. He drops down on his hands and knees in front of us, panting heavily. He must have run the whole way here. He's wearing a large backpack. Wait, are you alone? Where's Airi-san? Well, actually, she should be here already, but... Already? You mean you didn't bring her here? Well, that was the plan, but she said she'd be fine alone. Why would you just let her go like that? What was the point of getting her in the first place? My bad. Hey, Chuck! Holy moly. Yeah, 48 whole heckin' months. Hope you're still having a great time. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the heckin' support and the 48 months resubscription. The spray looks off. He's fine. He's fine. Ah, man. It's been so long that the bot has finally learned how to say less than 3 instead of just 3. How are you doing? I hope you've been doing well. Welcome, of course, to Viperland in the chat. My bad. So where's Airi-tan? We still haven't... Everyone turns around in response to the voice behind us, and there she is, literally in the exact same spot that Airi was standing. I'm sorry for being late. Airi-san bows deeply. They are not smart. I'm so glad you're okay. We were so worried about you. Sorry for all the trouble.
話は後です。
Let's talk later. You should get out on stage immediately. The audience is impatient and starting to get rowdy.
すぐに行けますか？
Can you go on now? Yes. Alice-san takes a deep breath, heads to the stage, and turns around. Kaito-san?
私のこと
Please watch me. Oh my. Sure. I can hear the steam coming out of Aki's ears.
どうしたの？
Oh, what's wrong, Kai?
いや
It's nothing. And so Iris-san stood on stage. They were in the same place at the same time. So weird. I know, right? I am shocked that only Daru has put it together at this rate. This was supposed to be her first time singing and dancing in public, but she performed brilliantly as if she were a seasoned veteran. The audience turned their frowns upside down the second they saw her. She made a couple mistakes and playfully stuck her tongue out, but that just added to her charm.
僕たち
We were seriously just talking with her, weren't we?
どうしたの？
What's with you all of a sudden?
いえ
It just feels
なんだか
weird.
不思議だなと思いまして
Would GPU prices drop? They should, but also, yeah, like, please do. I'm set for a while regardless, but like, a lot of people would like those to drop very much. In theory, they should, though.
確かに
Weird,
そうだ
huh?
ね。
You're right.
でも俺
But
たちは
we
確か
definitely
に
were
彼
here
女
with
だ
her.
ったよ。
Idols are people capable of making anyone smile. If that's truly the case, then it's an undoubted fact that the girl on stage is an idol.
何はとも
At any rate, I'm just glad things went well. Right? Although her stage performance lasted only a few songs, the audience gave her unending applause, even calling for an encore. For a no-name idol, this was a gigantic
と
success.
ころで橋田
By
さ
the
ん
way, Hashida-san, is that what I think it is in there? Shh. Some things are better left unsaid, Naitan.
ですね。
Right, okay, so I was hoping she'd also figure it out, because she is smarter than the average person in this game. The applause from the audience finally dies down, and the star of the show comes walking down slowly.
お疲れ様でした。
That's a wrap. We all welcome her with applause as she walks over, glistening sweat and a bright smile on her face.
すごかった。
You were amazing, like a true idol.
ドキドキしちゃ
My
い
heart was racing the whole time.
なんか芸術的。
Pretty artistic.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. It's all thanks to all of you.
おかげです。
She greets each one of them individually and then eventually stands in front of Yashio-kun.
見ててくれました
Were you
か？
watching me?
よかったよ。
Yeah, you did great. I was legit moved.
少し失
But
敗しちゃいま
I
した
did
け
mess
ど。
up a little. So she says, but there isn't a hint of regret on her face. Instead, she looks completely fulfilled. Kaito-san, I have a favor to ask of you.
何？
What is it?
明日
Tomorrow, can I have your time just for one
付き合
day?
いしてもらえません？
お付き合い
Wait, you mean
もちろん。
a date? Of course. Akitan overhears them and listens worriedly. Yashio-kun is definitely aware of this, but after thinking to himself for a while,
いいよ。
sure. He nods his head without hesitation.
本当ですか？
Really? Thank you so
ありが
much.
とうございます。ちょっと
Hey, cut! Oh, I hurriedly stop Akitan as she tries to interject.
まあまあ飽きたん
Settle down, Akitan. Let them be, just this once.
でも
But,
ごめん飽きた
sorry, Akitan, but
でも
just for one more day, okay?
橋田さん。
It's almost like he knows something. Akitan still looks like she wants to say something, but she eventually turns her back and mutters.
明日だけ。
Fine, just for tomorrow. Thanks, Akitan. I knew all along. I knew that Airi-tan had feelings for Yashio-kun. The reason why she carried on as an idol was because Yashio-kun was fond of her as Airi. This must be why she weathered the storm for so long. But what he's seeing isn't Airi-tan. He's seeing Airi, the idol. And now that she's realized it, she must have made a decision. That dreams don't last forever. That her feelings will eventually disappear like bubbles. But this is probably her path to her adulthood. Ah man, I was supposed to fill that role.
僕がやるはずだった
In his dreams. Huh? Did you say something?
いや
No, nothing. Someone always takes the cake away from me. This is just my fate. With that said, I think this is the point we should leave it off on, because I feel like any further and we're just gonna overcommit to a scene. Not overcommit, but it'll go quite a bit later. So, we're gonna save it here. Pick it up maybe next Monday. Next weekend's kind of taken up now with Splatoon, which is going to be great. Going to have a great time with it. Maybe next Monday we'll play some. I don't think we'll be doing 2 days of it next week. Hiccups, gosh dang it. But probably Monday, a week from tomorrow, we'll pick up more. That's the plan. For this week though, tomorrow's Yakuza, Tuesday, Thursday are Monster Hunter, Friday is going to be Splatoon. We're definitely going to start a little early, though not super early. Sunday is also going to be Splatoon. Saturday I'm off, going to a friend's birthday party. And I guess Monday will be this. So that's the whole week laid out. Yeah, obviously we have some extra shoutouts today. We have Chuck with the heckin' 48-month resubscription. We had Paisa for life, dropping 5 bits, 40 bits, and 200 bits, one after another. And everybody in chat, hanging out, having a good time, hopefully. That's our plan for the week. And we've got ourselves a monster, a cool, a disco, and always an oof. God, oh, do you know what?
Hey master, I am mad scientist. It's so cool. Son of a bitch.
Just cause I was feeling it. But yeah, that's what we got. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. This has been Viper Survivor Land, and I'll see you all next time.